anime. I was gonna do a little countdown.
Danganronpa.
You know, it's very edgy. Very, very edgy. Not that that's a problem. Also, yeah, I absolutely have to move the game over here once I get control.
Danganronpa.
This is already hurting. Let me see if maybe... Oh no. Oh no. Shit. I don't know how to move it to the other monitor. Okay, experiencing minor, severe technical difficulties as I try to figure out how to move this to my other monitor. Isn't there like a display option or something? Hang on, I have an idea. Earlier, wasn't there... Yeah, I think I need to... reload the game. Oh no, I told it not to ask me again! Already getting kind of uncomfortable in the neck, though. Need to make sure my posture is good. Hey, Chai, you're back. Did you see what I'm drinking? Did you see what I got here? See what I got, Chai? Isn't that nice? I'm very proud of it. It is the one point of light and brightness and joy in my life right now, as my neck is making everything else miserable. Where I last left off? Yes. Okay. So, Sayaka Maizono was murdered in my in my dorm room because she and I had traded rooms. Junko tried to refuse to play by Monokuma's games and was stabbed a gajillion times with a spear. So they're both dead now. But we need to find out who murdered Sayaka. And when we have the trial, if we don't convict the right person, we all die and they graduate. If we instead figure out who killed her, then they die, and the rest of us get to continue our happy little lives. So, the victim was Sayaka Maizono. The time of death is estimated to be around 1:30 a.m. The body was discovered in Makoto's room, that's me, in the dormitory. All evidence suggests that the death took place in the bathroom. Did it, though? The cause of death was a stab wound to the abdomen. There was also an injury to her right wrist. Specifically, the wrist appears to have suffered a fracture. We have no choice but to push forward if we want to find out what happened. Somehow, I have to find out the truth, so that we can all survive. And for Sayaka, I have to find out how she was killed. Nice! Monokuma file number 1 has been added to the Truth Bullets section of the handbook. Okay. Okay, that's what we just read. Okay. Aren't you going to help investigate, Chihiro? But I can't leave Junko here. I feel sorry for her. I have to stay with her. Fair enough. What about you, Sir? No way! I seriously don't want to die here!
Help me!
I'm begging you! God, Buddha, Mother Earth, God of Space, King Neptune! He forgot the flying spaghetti monster. Help me! I don't care who it is, just get me out of here! Hiro doesn't seem prepared to do any kind of investigating right now. Yeah, I'd rather not look at her. I'm sorry, did I say she was stabbed by a spear a gajillion times? No, it was by a gajillion spears. One time each. My bad. Alright, let's get out of here. It seems like the first place we should go is my dorm. I feel like that would be best. First of all, I should head to the scene of the crime, my room. We won't make any progress without investigating there. My thoughts exactly. So I headed to my room, where Sayaka's corpse still remained. I'd better examine the state of my room a little closer. That might reveal something new. This is the replica sword I brought back for self-defense. Does this mean it was used in the attack somehow? And plus, it's been taken out of its sheath. I hadn't actually looked at the blade itself till now. I shouldn't be surprised it's coated in gold, too. On top of that, some of the gold coating has come off of parts of the blade and the handle. That's where somebody was grabbing it, I suspect. Let's check her hands. Yeah, the handle especially is missing a lot of its coating. I remember the coating sticks to you even if you just touch it a little bit. Okay, we have the replica sword. There's a key on the ground. It has my name on it, so this must be my room key. If I remember correctly... Ah, that's right. We'll have to trade keys. Yeah. When we switched rooms, we switched keys, too. So Sayaka would have had the key here in my room the entire time. But wait, if that's true, then how did the killer get into the room in the first place? Could Sayaka have forgotten to lock the door? No, that doesn't seem right. The same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, don't open your door for anyone. Even if I'm sure it's you, I absolutely won't open it. Otherwise, what's the point of even switching? Right, exactly. After saying that, there's no way she would have forgotten to lock it or opened it for any reason. Well, maybe she dropped the key somewhere and someone else grabbed it or something. But that's not possible either. Oh, I saw Naruto. I don't think the sword was the murder weapon, though. There's no blood on it. Sayaka was in here when we switched rooms, and with how scared she was, she wouldn't have gone walking around, so she couldn't have dropped it. So, how did the killer... I'm sorry, is that... It almost looks like that's pulled out. Yeah, oh, I looked at the sword. We looked at it. That was the first thing we looked at. That might have been... You might have been away when I looked at it. But yeah, we definitely... Okay, let's take a look at these. These look like scuff marks left maybe by the sword. There are scratches and gouges on my walls and bed. Is that evidence of a struggle? It looks like there must have been some kind of fight in my room. Damn it! I was right there in the other room. If only I'd heard something. That would have been... That would not have been possible. Huh?
Huh.
Don't you remember? All of our rooms are completely soundproof. Yeah, that's true. So something could happen in the room right next to you, and there's no way you could know.
Well.
Perhaps this was another of Monokuma's strategies, creating an ideal setting for murder. True. I am going to talk to those three, but I want to look at all the clues lying around here. Already did. I did this. I did this. No! Oh, God.
Well.
No, I don't want to talk to Sakura. I want to look. Can I not? Oh, there we go. It's the display stand the sword was on. Nothing there, though. What about this? The notepad is still here, but I don't think it's relevant now. Okay, so she didn't leave a note or anything. Let's check the drawer for the toolkit. It's still inside the drawer. No evidence it's been used at all, which makes sense. I mean, it's mine, and I haven't had any reason to open it. I can't even imagine a situation where I'd need a toolkit like this. Yeah, exactly.
Yo.
Yes, seriously. Oh, man.
What?
We ain't exactly in the mood to be building fucking furniture, right? So you haven't used yours either, then?
What?
Not just me.
What?
Nobody's busted theirs out yet, far as I know. Actually, we were talking about it yesterday.
By the way.
None of the guys have opened their toolkits yet. Because, like, why the hell would we? That's interesting that they put the toolkit in my evidence. Looking at the lint roller, it looks like there's way less than there was before. Did Sayaka see how dirty my room was and decide to clean up a little? Maybe, or maybe someone used it to get the gold off of their hands. Okay, let's talk to these guys. Sakura, do you think I'm guilty too? I try not to make assumptions like that. I simply don't know whether or not you did this. Whatever decision the rest of you come up with, I will follow your lead. I see. Thank you.
By the way.
You know, I realized something while I was on guard duty. The killer could have already destroyed some evidence, right? Before anyone found the body, I mean. There's a trash room here in the dorms, right? They could have tossed some stuff in there. Good thinking. Yeah, that's definitely possible.
You son of a bitch!
That dirty bastard!
Shit.
Anyone who raises their hand to a woman is scum that deserves death. That's what my brother taught me.
You're fucking dead.
So if I ever find the son of a bitch that did this, I'm gonna pound his goddamn face in. But what if it was a girl that did it?
Yo.
That'll all get sorted out when the time comes. Alright, dude, cool. Hey, Kyoko. I'm actually glad she's here. I quietly called her name while she was investigating the area, but...
What are you doing?
Isn't it obvious?
No, not really.
I'm searching.
Searching?
She was down on her knees, carefully inspecting every inch of my room.
Did you lose a contact or something?
She's looking for evidence, you derp! I don't know what she's doing exactly, but she seems to be concentrating pretty hard on it. But a few seconds later, she suddenly stood up straight and said,
Listen.
Are you a clean freak? Huh? No, I don't think so, but what? Nodding, she glanced around my room one more time.
I see.
Interesting. What's interesting?
Hey.
Just as I suspected, there's something very unusual about your room. What? Unusual? What do you mean?
So...
I've searched your floor from one corner to another, and I didn't find one single strand of hair. Oh? Really?
Indeed.
Not one hair from the victim, and not one hair from you, even though you've been living in here. You know, now that you mention it, I noticed something while I was looking around before. It looked like the lint roller in my room had been used, but I never touched it. Could someone have used it to...
I see.
Very interesting. Your room didn't have a single hair in it, and someone used your lint roller without your knowledge. In other words, someone other than you came in and scrubbed your room clean. Was it Sayaka or the killer?
Well?
That's the question, isn't it? Okay. That is indeed very interesting. I should look around here first. Okay, so we're still missing something. What are we... The table, right? No!
Well,
I guess we can look at the bed one more time, but I feel like gouged in the bed like someone attacked it. What the hell happened here? Interesting that it'd be in the bed. I wonder if I can look at the door, just for signs of tampering. Nope, I guess not. What have I missed? The camera? Nope, we already read all this. It very well could have been Mr. Clean. That's... We'll call that our working theory. Let me check this again. Yo, okay, nothing. I can't check the garbage can. I don't know what else to check. What have I missed? The TV? One of the monitors, it's just showing the school crest. There's a plant over there. No, not that. Not you. No, not you. Ah! Yeah, once we know... The scabbard, maybe? It was used... It's the same as what I've already... There's some scratches on the sheath. They must have been made with something sharp. There we go. Wait, you want to take your dog for a mani-pedi? How's it going, by the way? I could go for a mani-pedi. But how'd the sheath get scratched up in the first place? Even if someone used the sword during the struggle, it doesn't make sense for the sheath to be damaged. I mean, if you're gonna attack someone with a sword, the first thing you do is unsheath it. A heavy sheath like this would only get in the way. It could just slide off in the middle of the fight. So why are there scratches on the sheath? I'm at a loss. Can I go check the bathroom yet? The bathroom. And on the other side of this door... Brace yourself, guys. It's about to get a little bloody. No, I can't let it get to me. I can't afford to freeze up now. Forcing myself to push my panic down, I stepped into the bathroom. Yeah, see, that looks like she wrote something in her blood. Looking at her made it painfully clear it wasn't a dream or an illusion. She had lost everything that made her, her. Sayaka. All at once, I was overcome with dizziness, nausea, the urge to burst into tears. But I can't. I can't hesitate now. Why? Why did Sayaka have to die? I have to uncover the truth. I have to find out what happened. I wanted to give up. I wanted to collapse. But that thought held me up and supported me. Well, that's the first thing I want to look at right there. I looked past Sayaka to the wall behind her. Started a new game of Mad Max yesterday. Yeah, that's why I remember you saying it was a good game. I've never actually played it, though. Yeah. Yeah, interesting that they cleaned so much of the room up, but none of this. And there I saw it. What? Huh? 11037. Did Sayaka do this? What kind of genre is the game, Charge? Is it like a collectathon? Is it Metroidvania? I told myself I simply couldn't face what I saw, but now's no time to think like that. I pulled out the Monokuma file to verify what it said about her body. Some sort of sharp object has been thrust into her stomach. That must have been the killing blow. Jesus. But whatever they used to kill her, where'd they get it? That's definitely something I should look into later. Also, according to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's right wrist is broken. Open world action adventure with vaguely Arkham-esque combat. Ooh, I love Arkham combat. Her wrist does look swollen and bloody, that's for sure. But there's something sort of glittery there on her wrist, too. Like she got hit with the sword. Right there where her wrist is all swollen, there's something glittery. That definitely concerns me. Another thing that concerns me is there's some blood on... She did write it. There's some blood on her left index finger, but that's it. The palms of both of her hands are totally spotless. So how come only her left finger? So... Okay. I'm having two thoughts. On the one hand, it looks like she wrote it herself. She almost certainly then didn't die right away. So could she have moved to the bathroom to do this? And maybe not died here? My second thought, though, is that maybe she didn't write it herself. Maybe the killer used her hand to do it, to throw us in the wrong direction. We'll see. The stab wound in her stomach is what killed her. Yeah, a stab wound to the stomach would not kill her right away. That would be a slow, painful death. So when she broke her wrist, that must have happened earlier on. I mean, how would her wrist get broken after she'd already been killed? So it's very possible she broke her wrist during the struggle. The killer attacked Sayaka in the main room, which is when her wrist got broken, probably by the gold sword. After that, the killer cornered her in the bathroom, where they inflicted the deadly wound. Yeah, that seems... Is that it? I guess that's all there is to see here. Ugh.
It would seem...
It looks like you found it, right, Makoto? The bloody numbers, that's most likely Sayaka's dying message. Let's talk about that. I've never seen something written in blood before. It really was her final message. It's as if she wrote it with life itself.
Right.
Do you often talk like an aspiring poet? But the numbers she wrote, what do they mean? 11037. I have no idea what that could possibly mean. She definitely didn't write the 37 behind her. That would have had to do that with her left hand. Unless she was still on her feet when she wrote it and then she collapsed against the wall when she was done. Because we gotta assume she didn't die right away. Which means, you know.
So...
The way she wrote the numbers makes me think she wanted to use her body to block them. Yeah, that's kind of getting into what you were saying, Charge. If she wrote them in that location while she was sitting the way we found her, it means she must have wrote them by turning only her hand toward the wall. If you were to write something in that position, Do you know what the result would be? The result?
Well,
Think about it. You're not gonna tell me?
Makoto.
You need to uncover the mystery of this case yourself. Otherwise, the case will end and you'll remain unconvinced. I have no idea what you're trying to say, but it's obvious you're not going to tell me. It sounds like she knows what Sayaka's dying message means, but honestly, I have no idea. Oh, I know who I should talk to. When it comes to numbers, who better to ask than the ultimate programmer? That's Chihiro? Yeah, you and me both, Naruto.
Makoto.
There's one other thing I wanted to ask you about. Do you know how the door to your bathroom got broken? Broken? Oh, you mean how it gets stuck?
What?
It's stuck? Yeah, I guess I'm the only one, but the door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. When I first tried to use it, I thought it was just locked. But once you learn the trick, it opens no problem. Oh, why does that matter?
Correct.
So the door doesn't quite fit the frame, huh? But actually, I'm referring to the broken doorknob. Huh? The doorknob?
That's right.
You didn't notice? Well, just try closing the bathroom door. I'm sure you'll see right away what I'm talking about. I did what Kyoko said and shut the bathroom door. Huh? The doorknob. Huh? Wait, what? What the heck? The doorknob's practically about to fall off. Okay, I know what happened here. She shut herself in the bathroom knowing that the killer wouldn't be able to open the door easily. So they busted the doorknob apart? Why is it like this? No, they didn't bust it. They used a tool set. Not my tool set, so they had to have brought a different tool set. This proves, or at least it makes it extremely unlikely that there's very little chance I did this, because my tool set is untouched. We need to find out whose tool set has been opened. Whatever it was, it's obvious this was intentional. What? It was intentional? Why would someone want to do that?
So...
I guess maybe they were trying to get the door unlocked and ended up breaking the whole thing. But my bathroom doesn't have a lock on it. Only the girls' bathrooms can lock, right? She stood there for a while, lost in thought. Then, apparently struck with a sudden realization, she shot a question at me.
Just a second.
I have just one more question for you. You mentioned earlier that your bathroom door would get stuck, right? Did you tell anyone about that? Oh, well, I did tell Sayaka about it last night when we switched rooms. So what you're saying is, only you and Sayaka knew about it. That's it. Hey, thank you for the sub. Thanks for the sub, Kenyon. How's it going?
Keenan 1212 just subscribed. They now have a pizza my heart for Vaura.
Wait, what? Wait. What was that last bit? I missed that last bit. Hey, Danger Darren, how's it going, man? Welcome. We're solving crimes. So what you're saying is only you and Sayaka knew about it, yeah? Interesting. She had the slightest hint of a smirk on her face. I got the sense that she was really starting to get into all this.
I see.
Then that clears that up. Huh? What clears what up? I'm so lost. Oh,
Goodbye.
Makoto, you noob. Well, see you later. I know what happened! I get it! As if forgetting I was ever even there, she suddenly turned and left the room. Okay, so we understand something about this. Well, Makoto doesn't, but we do. I've already given my room a good once-over. Maybe I should look around somewhere else. I should start looking into where the murder weapon might have come from, and also, I should look into the DVD Sayaka got. With Sayaka dead, I have no choice but to see for myself what was in that video. And on top of that, I'm sure there are some other areas worth checking out too. Maybe I should see what everyone else thinks, if they'll even talk to me, that is. No, now we can prove... Makoto, you frustrate me! Okay, so here's what we know. Someone somehow got in here. They fought with Sayaka. They probably grabbed this sword. No. I don't know. Someone grabbed this sword, not realizing that it was a total pain in the ass and not real. I'm pretty sure somehow this ended up in the killer's hands and they whacked Sayaka on the wrist with it. Oh yeah, it was almost certainly Chai. I'm gonna guess that the knife that actually stabbed her is what made the cuts in the sheath. Somehow. I don't have that all worked out yet. Notice there's cuts on the bed, though. That's interesting. One way or another, though, we know that... Okay, maybe Sayaka wasn't dead yet. And... Oh no! Oh, Naruto. Oh no. Hey, Captain, how's it going? Maybe she was stabbed out here. She ran into the bathroom and shut the door. They couldn't get in. They thought it was... They thought it was locked. They tried cleaning up the room. They tried breaking in. I don't know. We need more information. We need to know how they got in here, I think. That will help. Actually, no. Before I go, I want to talk to these two and make sure they don't have anything else to say.
By the way...
No, I don't really have a plan, Captain. Not in the immediate future. Probably whenever I do the next community day, I will play that. It's not really my normal aesthetic. It'll definitely fit in cleanly with a good community day, though. That's my thought. Anyway. They came in and attempted to murder, but somebody knew they were coming in and placed pillows on the bed. That could actually be. Yeah, this is the same dialogue we already had. He's just talking about the trash.
You son of a bitch! You...
Yeah. We already got all this dialogue. And so she's probably gonna say the same stuff too. I mean, there's not really any extra pillows available. But she could have put something here. But there's also cut marks on the floor, the wall, there's an upended table and garbage can over here. I mean, there was a struggle here. It makes sense, though, that Sayaka had this sword and probably came at the killer with it. And yet, her hands were clean. If Sayaka at any point had grabbed this sword, it would have been in her hands. Or the gold glitter would have been on her hands. So she could never have held the sword. She was just struck in the wrist by it. Okay. Weird idea. What if Sayaka had the knife? She had mentioned a few days ago that she wanted to defend herself, that she wanted to feel safe with a weapon. What if she found a knife, and that's why she let me keep the sword? So when the person busted in here and came at her, Sayaka had the knife. They defended themselves. It's a lint roller. They defended themselves with the sword, which is why there's cuts on the sheath of the sword. I didn't realize they were charging for dumpster food. Then again, maybe you mean just eating at McDonald's. That's right. I said it. I'll die on this hill. Interesting. Let's get out of here. Let's head for the trash room? No. Actually, I'm gonna go into Sayaka's room and... This is definitely my room, but the nameplate has Sayaka's name on it. What? Did Monokuma do this? It could have, but you'd think if they were gonna do that, it would have smeared the blood on her finger too, right? There was blood on her finger and she wrote a number on the wall. Well, keep in mind, Charge, that while the sword looks real, it's a replica. It doesn't actually work. Could be.
Very strange.
So why was Sayaka in your room when she was killed? Could it be because you are the culprit? No, you got it all wrong. Sayaka and I switched rooms last night. He didn't even try to hide the suspicion on his face. Even if what you say is the absolute truth, you're still responsible for her death, wouldn't you say? Huh? After all, she wouldn't have died if she hadn't switched rooms with you, right? Do you think whoever killed her intended to kill me? The reason Sayaka was killed is because I suggested we switch rooms? She's dead because of me? It's okay, Charge. I'm not judging. I don't mind explaining as we go. Then it should have been me that died? Well, all we can say right now is that it's a possibility. If that's really true, then Monokuma is probably the one who switched our nameplates. Let me talk to these two before I check out her room.
Seems like...
Something doesn't seem right. The Monokuma file said Sayaka was killed in your room. I just can't stop thinking about it. Could it be the nameplate? Very strange. Mr. Naegi, what was Miss Mizono doing in your room? Let me say just this.
Most suspicious.
I absolutely will not allow you to dispose of any evidence in the trash room. Do you really think I'm guilty? I'm actually kind of offended that they think I'd be so stupid as to kill her in my own room and then just leave her there. I'd have to be pretty stupid. The nameplates on my room and Sayaka's room were switched? So all that effort I put into switching rooms without anyone knowing was totally pointless. But why would anyone do that? I think Monokuma did that. That's my guess. Alright. Let's take a look around her room. Where's the... Where's the thing? Sayaka. No! I can't let myself get depressed again. I need to search for clues. Nothing here. The garbage can. Where was her motive? Can only be one thing in the trash can. Yep, the DVD with Sayaka's name on it. Sayaka got really upset after seeing whatever was in that video. So, the day before she was murdered, we all were given these DVDs that showed something that was meant to motivate us to kill each other. Because remember, the only way we ever get to leave this place is by committing a murder and getting away with it. Otherwise, we live the rest of our lives here. I wonder, what did she see? It might not be directly related to the case, but it might be worth checking out anyway. I'm sorry, Sayaka. I need to borrow this DVD. Alright, let's go look into that. You know, I'm getting a very Persona vibe from the music. What room is this? This looks like an end. Oh no, this must be the trash room. What's this? There's a hatch on the floor. The door won't budge, it must be locked. Nice! Alright, I can buy someone something to flirt with them. There's a sturdy gate here, no way to get past.
Monokuma appears!
It's the end of the line! The trash room! This is where all the trash in the school eventually winds up. How do you get this gate open?
No, you can't go any further!
No entry beyond this point. Only the person on cleaning duty is allowed in. Cleaning duty?
No, you can't go any further!
It's the same thing you just said. Who's on cleaning duty?
No, you can't go any further!
This is stupid. It'd be faster to just go around and ask the others.
No, you can't go any further!
Cleaning duty. So, does that mean a student was on cleaning duty? Yeah, alright. Interesting. So we just learned something. Those are the bathrooms. Where's the viewing room? We need to step outside. A fleet of raccoons have made their way to Australia. Well, wait. You know, they might not do so well in Australia. I heard that place can get a little rough for the wildlife. Okay. Let's watch her video. Here? I should be able to use this to see what's on the DVD. The DVD that Sayaka threw in the garbage. I sat down in front of the screen and put the DVD in the player. Well, yeah, I know, but... I mean, raccoons are a lot littler and more fragile. I mean, just think of, like, some of those giant spiders or birds or some of the horrifying things that I've seen on Animal Planet in Australia's outback. I don't know. I wouldn't want to be a raccoon out there. Might get kind of scary. I pushed play and the screen was dark for a few seconds. But then... Actually, in Australia, isn't it like super late right now? An image slowly appeared. It looked like some kind of concert. And standing on stage, front and center, was a face I recognized all too well. Sayaka. She was there, along with the friends she said had been so important to her. She was positively glowing there in front of the crowd, so full of life. Seeing that image made it even harder to accept. Except that she was dead. My vision started to blur and darken. And then, that voice I'd come to despise so much began to float out of the speakers.
Sayaka Maizono, the ultimate pop sensation, lead singer for a world-famous all-girl pop band. For these girls, the glowing spotlight only made them that much more beautiful. But then...
Suddenly the screen went dark, and in the next moment, I saw something I could hardly believe. What the? Sayaka had disappeared from the stage, which was now in ruins. But what I noticed even more than that was the figures of the other girls who had all simply collapsed.
This ultra-successful team suddenly fell apart. None of them will ever perform on stage again. None of them will ever feel the warmth of the spotlight. For Sayaka, there's simply nowhere for her to return to. So here's the billion-dollar question. What, oh what, could have caused the group to go to pieces?
Look for the answer after graduation, meaning she would have to murder someone and get away with it to get her answer. Without warning, the video cut off. No wonder she was so upset. What the hell? That wasn't real, right? They're a super famous pop group. Everyone knows who they are. Is he trying to say he was even able to get to them? If that really did happen, everyone in the outside world must be going crazy. What kind of person would take things this far? Alright. We need to talk to the others. I don't know what else we can do right now. Cleaning duty, eh? As a matter of fact, Monokuma came and talked to me yesterday morning. Really?
Listen to me!
He probably realized I was basically in charge, so he decided to talk to me directly. The topic of conversation was assigning cleaning duty. Oh, so you're on cleaning duty now?
That's wrong!
Actually, no. Huh? Okay, then who is? Hifumi was also there when we had this conversation. He volunteered right away, so I let him have it. Hifumi. Which one's Hifumi? So he's on cleaning
Count on
duty
it!
then. Indeed, but he'll swap out on a weekly basis. I'm sure you'll be up before too long.
Got it!
And when that time comes, I'll be counting on you! Thank you. Okay. Well, congratulations on a safe trip. Okay, so now what? Is there anyone else to talk to, you think? Okay, hang on. Let's find out which one is Hifumi. Oh, it's you. And Hifumi was the one who was like, you won't go into the trash room, I won't let you. Isn't that interesting? I feel like Hifumi also should have known that no one's allowed in the trash room, right? Hifumi? Hey, bud. Can I chat with you for a sec? I'm looking for whoever's on cleaning duty. Cleaning duty? As a matter of fact, that's me. Why do you ask? It just so happens Monokuma talked to me yesterday and asked me to take care of it. Without someone on cleaning duty, the school would be flooded with trash in no time. So I formally applied for the position. I was gonna start this morning, but after what happened, I haven't had a chance to get started. And since you're on cleaning duty, you can open the gate in front of the trash room?
Here we go!
Oh.
Of course! It's my job to gather up all the garbage and toss it in the trash room. And to do that, they gave me the key for the trash room gate. Oh yeah, there's a murder, Mari. There is such a murder. We are in the thick of it. It's the very first one. And I am suspicious of this punk. But we're supposed to rotate once a week, so eventually you'll be in charge.
Very strange.
Wait, hold on. You need a key to get in the trash room, and only the person on cleaning duty has access to the key. What's the point of going to all that trouble? Why not just leave the trash room open all the time so we can all throw things out whenever we want? That does seem more convenient.
So in other words...
Actually... anyone who kills a fellow student and becomes blackened will graduate unless they are discovered.
So that's it.
That must be why. If anyone could go in and out of the trash room whenever they wanted, then destroying evidence would be easy. The thrill would disappear and things would become boring. Boring?
Hey, listen!
Anyway, more important than that...
Hey, you bastard!
Hey, Fatty! Why do you want the cleaning duty gig anyway? Oh, hang on. Let's not throw around words like that. I just wanted to volunteer for something. I knew no one else would want to do. What's the big deal?
You...
Liar! I know why you did it.
Is it, like...
You want to dig through all the girls' trash, looking for, you know, poking around at it.
There's no way to think about this in a common sense kind of way.
What are you talking about? All my love is for 2D.
You know what I mean.
But there's all kinds of trash diggers like that. Maybe you'll get tired of 2D and then turn to... I would never get tired of 2D! After spending a significant amount of time comparing 2D and 3D, I voluntarily chose 2D. The only thing 3D is good for is to shower love and affection on 2D. Oh, and PVC figures.
Give me a break.
How are you not totally embarrassed to say stuff like that? If you're so worried about Hifumi's questionable morality, there's a very easy solution. Whenever a guy has cleaning duty, Sakura can accompany them, from picking up the trash to disposing of it. What?
What?
If you're as innocent as you claim, where's the harm in it? Wait, what? Charge, I can't read that on my black background. Yeah, you'd think, Barry. You'd think. If you're as innocent as you claim, where's the harm in it? That's not how it's supposed to... Anyway, on another topic, Hifumi, since you were on cleaning duty, I have a favor to ask you. What, so now you suddenly want to join my party? Sorry, but you haven't triggered that flag yet. I mean, you haven't helped me recover from a past trauma, or save a village, or beat a boss. No, nothing like that. I was just hoping to get into the trash room and look around.
You
Oh, okay. So easy. So Hifumi and I headed down to the trash room. Okay, maybe it wasn't Hifumi. Oh, that sounds pretty tasty, Charge. You'd like me to open the gate, wouldn't you? Yeah, you know, when I look at it, it makes me think. They said he killed his wife. He learned how to get by on the inside, but he never stopped dreaming. Get busy living or get busy dying, he said. So him and Rita, they found themselves a way out. Whatever. Please just hurry up. Okie dokie! Leave it to me! Hifumi pulled a key out of his pocket and used it to flip the switch next to the gate. Charge. 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 God damn it. You come into my house. Nudes. Indeed. I need some chai. Nudes. Funny guy. You're a funny guy, Charge. I'm like, what on earth is he talking about, Mari? I have no flippin' clue. And then... Oh, I don't know what that last
Mr.
one is, Charge.
Naegi!
However, Mr. Naegi...
Without a doubt.
Surely you aren't planning to use the trash room to destroy evidence, are you? You fiend! You planned this all along! No! I just wanted to see if the actual killer had tried to destroy any evidence or not. But the actual killer is you, isn't it? You want to see if you left anything behind. Wait, maybe a parallel world. Whatever, let's just hurry up and keep looking. How could they have gotten in here, though? This is the incinerator. It's way in the back part of the trash room. It's a good 30 feet from here to the gate. And it's on right now! Do you see the green and yellow buttons next to the mouth of the incinerator? Naruto, maybe you should think about some sleep, man. That sounds late.
Yes,
Or are
indeed.
you a comfortable night owl? It's a pretty sweet setup. You press the green button to get it going and the yellow button to turn it off. Sooner or later you'll be on cleaning duty, so make sure you learn this before you leave, okay? Someone turn the incinerator on! Very strange. I'm quite certain it was off last time I was down here.
Was it a fairy?
Oh, fair enough. Perhaps it was the work of a fairy. Hifumi! Do you realize what you just said? Huh? The fairy? No! You said that last time you were here, the incinerator was off. Ah, yes. About that, there can be no mistake. If I've got one thing going for me, it's my memory. That's probably
I
true.
feel as if...
Yesterday, as soon as I was appointed, I came down to check the place out. It definitely wasn't on then. I haven't been back to the trash room since then. And since I'm the only one who has a key to open the gate,
Most suspicious.
it should be impossible for the incinerator to be on. And yet... So that means someone was able to switch on the incinerator without opening the gate. But how is that possible? Can I turn it off? The green button turns it on, the yellow button turns it off, or so it seems annoying. Can I turn it frickin' off? 30 feet. Yeah, we already did 30 feet. You have a sleep disorder, which makes you only get 1 to 2 hours a night. That doesn't seem like that's going to be long-term sustainable. Have you ever thought about, is there anything you can do for it? Like, I have to imagine that has some long-term health impact. I'm sorry. My curiosity got the better of me. If you don't want to talk about it, you don't have to talk about that. I won't bring that up unless you're comfortable with it. There are shards of broken glass scattered around in front of the incinerator. It looks like it used to be some kind of glass ball, just about big enough to fit in the palm of your hand. Hey, thank you for the follow. Bow job. Or is it bow job? I like bow job. How's it going? Welcome to the kitchen. Glass ball big enough to fit in the palm of your hand. That's not ringing any bells.
Is this perhaps...
Is that... Do you know what this is?
They say if you collect all 7, a dragon will appear and grant you a single wish. Kidding aside, it's the kind of thing you might see on any big city street corner.
How's stream going? You know, it's going pretty well. It's going pretty well. Just solving mysteries, enjoying some chai tea, getting confused, stuff like that. How are you today? Doesn't affect your memory or anything? Well, no, not memory or anything, but I'm pretty sure that eventually that'll get to your immune system. That'll make that. I think that's right. Are you able to? Could you do like a sleep study or anything? I actually have lifelong suffered from insomnia, and it wasn't until I was a 20-something-year-old that I was able to start doing something about it, you know? I literally still remember my first actual good full night of sleep, and it's just nice, you know? Oh, that's mean, Barry. That's mean. Hamster? Yes. So, no, you know what? You know what adjective I would use for this guy? Squirrely. He's very squirrely. Like, yeah, he's definitely hamstery. Gonna go grab some food. Okay, Kenyon, I only require that you tell me exactly what your food entails and how delicious it was. I'll look forward to hearing about it. Insomnia? Yeah. What I've found helps me is actually an over-the-counter thing mixed with a regular melatonin supplement. Long term, it's probably not sustainable, but until I can, you know, do something to deal with the root problem, which is probably ADHD, I just have to live with insomnia, you know? And until then, just drugging myself out cold works just fine.
Kidding aside, it's the kind of thing you might see on any big city street corner.
A light?
Gaze into it and it will show you a glimpse of the future. Just like that Mina girl who was on that quest to find that one guy.
I don't understand his references. So, yeah, I get what you're trying to say, but who did this particular ball belong to? There's only one person it could be. They should all still be in the gym. I'd better go find out for sure. Crystal ball. Yeah, let's take a look at this. What's this? I think that, well, that'll depend on, at least from what I've been told, Captain. I didn't know you were on ADHD medicine. From what I understand, it depends on the medication, but one thing that untreated ADHD can cause is difficulty sleeping and insomnia. So I'm hoping that by treating the ADHD, the insomnia will GTFO, you know what I mean? There's something on the ground in front of the incinerator. Oh, it looks like a burnt piece of something. There's blood on it.
A burnt piece? Like a hunk of burning love?
Did find out rubbing your stomach clockwise can sort of... Really? That's very random. But I'm glad you found something that works. I'm glad it works. That's interesting, though. Anyway, this is... It looks like a piece of cloth, and the shape, it looks like a sleeve. It's part of the sleeve from a button-up shirt. And now that I look at it, that's definitely blood on the cuff. Which means this is all that's left of some of the evidence the killer destroyed. But there are lots of people here with white button-up shirts. This isn't enough by itself to figure out who the killer is. Yeah, notice it's burnt at the edges. It probably was in the incinerator and just fell out.
This whole thing is quite strange indeed. When I was here last, the incinerator was off, and those glass shards and burnt clothes weren't. What does it all mean, Mr. Navy? Will you be confessing soon? Why me?
That's it.
Everyone
I'm
already
sure of
knows
it.
you did it. All the mysteries are being solved one by one.
Literally no mystery has been solved yet. It sounds like he's living out one of his comic book fantasies. I think they mean manga, but all the same. Okay, we need to go to the gym. I have no theories. Anyone who has not played this already, anyone got any speculation? So, for those of you who haven't been here in past streams where I've played this, while I don't allow backseating or spoilers, I welcome chat to speculate and theorize along with me. You know, just to add a little bit of zest to it. We're all solving this mystery together, right? So if you already know the mystery, obviously you can't say too much. But if, like me, you're learning as we go, by all means, you are welcome to speculate. Okay. I'm trying to figure out who the crystal ball could have belonged to. Wait, is there an ultimate fortune teller? I'm supposed to talk to her. I remember that. Hey, Chihiro. I was hoping I could ask you something.
Huh?
Oh, what is it? Before she died, Sayaka left a message. She wrote out the numbers 11037. Fair enough. Do you have any idea what those numbers might mean? Like, could they be a code or something? Sorry, no. Chihiro slowly shook her head.
I'm sorry.
I just don't know. Okay, well, don't worry about it. Thanks anyway for trying. Even she doesn't know. Or could she maybe know more than she's letting on? The thought did occur to me. No, couldn't be. I hope not, because I like her. It's not you. I gently placed my hand on Junko's lifeless body. Oh yeah, for those of you who weren't here last time, this is a thing that happened. I touched her wrist to check for a pulse like they do in movies and stuff. She really is dead. There wasn't anything else to say. She was gone. Hey, Hero, can I ask you something? No! I gotta get out of here! Gotta get out now. I've had enough. Gotta break free. Hero, snap out of it. Huh? Makoto, what are you doing here? What? Hey, does this look familiar? Ah! That's my crystal ball! But it's all smashed! What the hell?
What the heck?
I only bought it because the guy said it was blessed. He said it was unbreakable. You know, Captain. Can't be too sure, right? So, how did it break?
What?
Was it actually just made of glass and not crystal? That guy totally duped me. He said it belonged to the pillars of history. Genghis Khan, George Washington. Oh, don't summon George Washington back. He'll beat the game on me. Napoleon. I'm just kidding. I don't know if he's lurking or not. Like, the dude's cool. But seriously, my 12-hour stream, George Washington was here, and he won probably 4/5 of every community game we played, and it was unnerving to see. He said, whoever controlled that crystal ball controlled the world. Was that seriously all BS? Let's put that aside for now. So, can you say without a doubt that this belonged to you? Yeah, that's mine for sure. I probably forgot it in the laundry room last night. Someone must have come by and snatched it. You left it in the laundry room. That means anyone could have found it and taken it. Okay, so we gotta go to the laundry room. Thanks, Hero. That's all I wanted to know. Sure. By the way, I'm almost afraid to ask, but how much did you pay for that thing? Everything I saved up from fortune telling for 2 full years. Came out to be like $1 million. A million? It's pretty cheap, actually. I mean, considering it gives you the power to control the world, that's just too stupid. I can't even feel bad for him. Alright, let's go to the laundry room. Where is the laundry room? Let me pop in here and spend that coin I have real quick. Listen, after talking to him for that long, Mari, I'm not sure I have the brain cells to spare. Yeah, sure, let's do it. Don't forget when she's put under, pull her back up when just bones check her. Wait, what? Huh? What do we got? We got an item! Okay. I guess that's it. It's not gonna tell us what we got. So, the reason I want to buy these items is because between cases, when I can flirt with the other kids, you can give them gifts. Which I fully intend to do. Because I take my flirting very seriously. I need Kyoko-senpai to notice me. I'm gonna guess... Oh. Can't get in there. Alright. This must be the laundry room. Yeah, right, Captain? What's this? There's some magazines laying around. No help there. It's a washing machine that has nothing to do with the case. Hey! We found another coin. More items to flirt with. Oh, Christ. I have to check all of them? Oh, I see what you mean. Well, no, it's not. Hey, I got another one. Okay. Fair enough, fair enough. Is it not in any of these? I thought why would they let me check all the washing machines? Okay, it wasn't the book, it's not that. Let's take a look over here. We have this. Vending machine still here, doesn't have any way of helping solve the case, though. There's that. One of Monokuma's monitors. Oh, hello. There we go. There's a swimsuit hanging out to dry, but it has nothing to do... Oh. Okay. I thought maybe that was gonna be something. Turned out it was not. So there's nothing here. Yeah, it's the same as normal. I don't... Okay. So what do we know? We have a number. Let's take a look at our truth test. What was the time of death? 1:30 a.m. I know, right, Charge? But those are only for Monokuma. The glass ball would have fit comfortably in the palm of a person's hand. Alright, I guess let's just go and talk to everybody.
Very strange.
So why was Sayaka in your room when she was killed? Could it be because you are the culprit? No, you got it wrong. Wait, we already talked to him, didn't we? Yeah, this is the same as earlier. Why somebody switched the nameplates? No, I didn't, and I'm not really sure who to talk to about that. I mean, I'm guessing Monokuma did it, but...
Seems like...
Yeah, this is the same. All I can think is I need to talk to the others. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. That's where I got the tape with Sayaka's info. What is this? A fish tank in the bathroom. That's neat. There's a bunch of little fish swimming around. Can't imagine how this could have anything to do with the case. Hey, I got some money. That's literally it. Okay. Well, let me go here. I bet we can find some people to talk to in here. Right? That just says excess to me. Kina, are you investigating the dining hall? Oh no, I'm just taking a break. Actually, I've been taking a break since we started. This is all a first for me, you know? I don't have the first clue what I should be doing. I know what you mean. I don't know why, but being in the dining hall helps keep me calm. So I know I shouldn't, but I've just been kinda hanging around here. To tell the truth, I was doing the same thing last night when Sayaka was killed. Oh, really? What's that? Oh, the kitchen! The knife. This is where the knife came from. Right there, there's a missing knife. There are all kinds of kitchen knives here, big to small, but it looks like one of them is missing. Was it missing from the very beginning, or... I better see if anyone here knows more about it. We found our murder weapon. We can't charge, we can't. We're just high school kids. Hey, so did you notice that one of the kitchen knives is missing from the dining hall?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, weird, huh? I thought it was kind of strange, a knife just suddenly disappearing like that. Oh, so it wasn't missing from the beginning?
That's right.
No, last I remember they were all lined up in a nice, neat row. So when did you notice one of them had disappeared? Well, I went to go get some tea from the kitchen last night and all the knives were still there. But when I finished my tea and went back into the kitchen to wash my glass, one of the knives was gone. So you're saying the knife disappeared while you were drinking your tea in the dining hall? And you left at night when we all swore we wouldn't? Yeah. In other words, you were right there in the dining hall when someone came and took it. And you should be able to say for sure, you can tell everyone I didn't come to the dining hall last night, which proves I didn't take it. Okay. Good. Hey, by the way, did you really kill Sayaka? Girl, what? No! I would never! Kina, do you really think I murdered her?
Well,
she was killed in your room, right? So, I mean, you guys were supposed to be friends, right? But you still killed her. On the other hand, two people becoming good friends, then one killing the other is a classic drama setup. Girl, stop! So when you consider everything together... Owie! I didn't do it! I honestly have no idea. Uh-oh. Oh, no.
I'm getting tired of waiting. What say we just get started,
It's an anime murder mystery, Captain.
It's time for the long-awaited class trial!
So the basic idea is we are all ultimate students. Each of us is the ultimate something. Like Aoi is the ultimate swimmer. And we are all trapped here literally forever unless we graduate. But the only way to graduate is to murder another student and then get away with it. And if you do, There's an investigation, and if you are caught, you are executed. If, on the other hand, the wrong person is convicted, everyone else is executed, and you get to graduate and leave. So this was our first murder. Someone did this.
Now then, allow me to appoint a proper location for the proceedings. Please go through the red door on the
It's
first
very messed
floor
up.
of the school.
This is the guy who brought us all here, Monokuma.
See you soon.
And the girl with the 5 spears stuck in her had that happen because she attacked him. Attacking him is against school policy and will be punished. The red door on the first floor. That's where I should go. No. Where I have to go. It's time. Is there anyone I can talk to? Alright guys, you ready? So Makoto is us. We are the ultimate luck student. We won a lottery and that's why we got to go to the school. You're late, Makoto! We've all been waiting for you! I bet you were afraid you would be discovered as the murderer you are.
Listen to me!
Let's not jump to conclusions just yet. Save that for the class trial. There, we can all reveal the details of Makoto's crime. So they really are convinced I did it, but... I think Monokuma... Yeah, who knows? I think he's an animatronic controlled by someone. I didn't do it. Me and Sayaka both know that all too well. But then, who is the killer? The one who murdered Sayaka. Is it really one of us?
Is everyone here? Okay then. Please board the elevator in front of you, which will transport you to the courtroom, where all your fates will be decided. I'll meet you all down there. I'll be waiting.
Okay.
Got it!
Relax! I haven't decided 100% that you're the culprit just yet. Maybe, but you're obviously leaning that way. She's my favorite. But she's also the only one we don't know what she's the ultimate of. I suspect she's the ultimate murderer. Even though I don't think she did this. Let's get started. Here's the ultimate martial artist. There's no point in standing around here. Settle your resolve and step into the future. The ultimate fortune teller.
Impossible.
Damn, we really gotta go through with this class trial thing, huh?
You know?
If you want to confess, I guess now's the time to do it. I'm telling you, I didn't do it. This guy is the ultimate biker gang leader, I think?
What?
So whoever
What?
stuck us here even took the time to set up a goddamn courtroom, huh? Yup. The ultimate programmer.
I'm sorry.
I mean, it fits her skill set, Mari. Also, I can't think of another reason why they wouldn't tell us what she's the ultimate of. Sorry. In the end, I wasn't able to do any looking around or anything. Is this really how Sayaka would want us to find out who killed her? Hello? Gazi! It's a raid! Everyone make some room at the table for Gazi and his community. Hello! Welcome, guys! Thank you for the raid, Gazi! How's it going? We demand charge! They're after your tea again! Actually, I do have some tea. Here's to you guys. But it's chai tea, so I don't know if that's your kind of tea. Yes! Awesome. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Thank you for bringing your community here, Gazi. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Askel Archer. I'm a variety streamer, writing coach, and food enthusiast. We talk about food here, stories, characters, and in this case, we're solving some messed up murder mysteries in the high school level. We're playing a little bit of a visual novel murder mystery game called Danganronpa. I'm sorry, Charge. Danganronpa. There we go. Did I get that right? Good, just played lots of Osu. Isn't that like the rhythm game? Hang on, let me give you a shout out. Okay. Playing Osu. I feel like I saw a friend of mine play that back in the day. Like, he was obsessed with playing the, okay, that is the one I knew of. He was obsessed with playing the final battle music from Pokemon Gold and Silver. That's the only song I think I've seen on Osu, but I remember it looked really hard, but really fun. Oh yeah, fun but challenging. Sounds like we, that lines up. That all checks out. No, he's the ultimate... I don't remember. What is he the ultimate of? He is the ultimate moral compass. There you go. Got tons of Pokemon beat maps. Awesome. Ultimate Dick. Probably this guy. The first time we met, he punched me out cold, so I would say he gets the Ultimate Dick. So Ultimate Programmer. Then we have the Ultimate Swimmer.
What the heck?
I can't help but wonder what whoever killed Sayaka is feeling right now. Yeah. This guy is the ultimate rich punk. Well then, the time has finally come. Are you ready? We have the ultimate, what is it? The ultimate fanfic writer. So, the school basement has become the darkened stage. We are all here to bear witness to Mr. Naegi's final curtain call. I don't like him. This guy's the ultimate baseball player.
You know what I mean.
Well, I did my job. I'm counting on the rest of you from here on out. He seems cool. He's alright. I like him. We have the ultimate writer. I wish I liked her more, but she's such a jerk. Being so insistent, even though you obviously killed her. Very impressive. She's sweating. I am very suspicious of her, to be honest. And finally, we have the ultimate gambler. Well, did you find anything that might actually prove your innocence? Yeah, I think that's right, Charge. I suspect Toko did it. But we'll see. We'll see. And now it's time. Good. Listen, I want to like her. She's a writer. Writers are my people. I love writers, and I will stand by any writer, no matter what, unless they're a murdering psychopath and they kill my best friend. Which in this game seems to be the case, since Sayaka was literally my only friend, and, yeah. Multiplayer thing? How do you mean? How would you do a multiplayer? I would love to see a co-op murder mystery game, though. That would be super cool. Yeah, that's true, Gazi. That's true. Hifumi should count, right? As a writer? Oh. Yeah? True. And you know what? The more I get to know Hifumi, the more he strikes me as someone who really needs some socialization practice, but he's not a horrible person. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool, Captain. I could see that. I guess I have no choice. All right, it's trial time. Let us begin.
Yes, indeed.
Good idea.
Hey,
Are you scared? No, scared isn't quite right.
Makoto.
I said it before, but it's up to you to uncover the mysteries surrounding this case yourself. If you don't, you'll never come to grips with the truth. I need to uncover the truth of Sayaka's death. You notice Kyoko seems like the only one here who really doesn't think I did it? She also seems like the smartest person in the room. She's extremely intelligent. And that is both alarming and reassuring. I didn't need someone else to tell me to do that. In Sayaka's honor, I swear I'll find out who the real killer is. No, I haven't, Captain. It's time to duel! Yeah, something like that. As I raised my voice to try and give myself courage, I turned, trembling with anticipation, toward the elevator. With each step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race, faster and faster. Everyone else was already on the elevator. When I finally stepped on, the doors closed, and the elevator started to move. Showtime! That would be. That absolutely would be. The steel box descended with heavy clunking sounds toward the school's basement. I wonder if this is how a death row inmate feels when his time finally comes.
Oh!
Rather than that, is it not more like a defendant waiting to receive his judgment? Oblivious to our shared anxiety, the elevator lowered us further and further into the bowels of the school. You know, can I just comment how the narration has shifted to a very noir style? That line right there is extremely noir, and I like it. You finally arrived! Ta-da! What do you think? Doesn't it feel just like a real courtroom? It's like a Hollywood movie set, right?
Shit.
Not even close. It's total shit.
Well now.
Okay, everyone, find your assigned seats and sit down.
Yahoo!
Hurry up now, hurry up! Oh, God. We did what he said and found our seats. The seats were arranged in a giant circle. It was set up so that everyone could see everyone else. Oh, that's nice. Look, they got a little picture frame of Sayaka. Assholes. Which also meant it'd be easy for anyone to transfer their tension and unease onto anyone else. The air seemed to grow heavy as we sat there. And so, the curtain on our first case opened, very different from final case. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal. Find out next time. Oh, no. A deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith. A deadly class trial. Do I have any confidence in that I'll be right? No. No. The main thing keeping me from full-on suspecting it was Toko is I feel like she's too obvious. Yeah, I hope not. Hope not, Mari. Pre-trial prep. What's this class trial that Monokuma mentioned? Okay, let's take a look in the e-handbook. Okay, so do you guys want to go over the evidence real quick? Actually, I'm gonna take a quick water break just to stretch my legs and maybe stretch out my tormented neck. And then when I come back, we're gonna go through the evidence and we are gonna start this trial and we are gonna catch her murderer and get some justice, damn it. That's true, Charge. That's true. All right, I'm gonna be as quick as I can about this. I will be right back because I'm intrigued to find out. I need to stretch everything out. You know what I mean? Okay, so first of all, we have time of death was 1:30 a.m. Yeah, pretty much, Charge, pretty much. It was in my room in the dormitory. Death took place in the bathroom. Cause of death was a stab wound in the abdomen. Her right wrist was fractured. There were signs of a struggle throughout my room. Bed, walls, floor. They didn't mention the floor. The sword was found out of its sheath in the middle of the room. The handle was missing some of the gold coating, as was part of the blade. Okay. The sheath was found some distance from the sword itself, and it shows evidence of being scratched with a sharp object. probably the kitchen knife. Hell yeah, Columbo mode. I've never watched an episode of Columbo in my life. I apologize for my misleading. Kenyon, what'd you eat? Tell me about your food. How was it? Was it good? Was it tasty? Was it pasta? I want details, man. Give me some details. On the night of the murder, we traded rooms and room keys. My room key was found in my room. Sayaka had originally asked Makoto to switch with her when someone attempted to force their way into her room, and she became frightened. My toolkit remains unopened, no evidence of it having ever been used. All the other male students claim they haven't used theirs either, but still... Not a single hair was found on the floor at the scene of the crime. In addition, the lint roller shows evidence of being used. Interesting that they did it on the floor. I wonder what to make of that. Just fast food today? KFC Famous Bowl and Biscuits. That sounds fan-bloody-tastic. Sign me up for some of that. Sayaka's right wrist had been fractured and her wrist was glittery from the sword, presumably, at the injury's location. Chi-con. Good. What? In addition, her hands appeared to be completely clean, except for the index finger of her left hand, which had some blood in it. You know, you might be right. Maybe they did use the lint roller on her hands. Oh, I got it. It was a Lilu quote. I still don't know what to make of this. A series of numbers had been written in blood on Makoto's bathroom wall. 11037. It is assumed that Sayaka wrote these numbers while leaned up against the wall as she lay dying. I know, I've seen Fifth Element once. I loved that movie. I have no excuse for having only seen it once. But I did see it. So you don't have to take my nerd card in completely away. I feel like it's just I just get a punch on the card. My bathroom door was difficult to open due to it not quite fitting in the door frame properly. The only two people who knew the trick were me and the victim. But it had been broken. The screws holding it in place had all been partially or completely removed. But the bathroom door was open when I got in there in the morning. Important note, the door was open in the morning. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was looking at that, Naruto, but that doesn't mean anything to me either. I was wondering about that, though. The nameplates were apparently switched at some point. The kitchen in the dining hall has a set of kitchen knives. One of them had been missing. The knife from the kitchen went missing while Aoi was in the dining hall. Aoi swears that Makoto did not come to the dining hall at any point while she was there. There's a trash room. It's blocked off by a sturdy gate that can only be opened with the trash room key. So here's something we should talk about. How did they get the stuff to the incinerator? They would have needed something that could span 30 feet. Who would have had access to something that could do that? Okay, hear me out. I have a thought. I have a very unpleasant thought all of a sudden. What if the way they got the shirt into the incinerator was by wrapping it around the crystal ball, which was small enough to fit in the palm of the hand, and then throwing it to the incinerator? You know what I mean? It would explain why the ball shattered and why the shirt wasn't perfectly in the incinerator. And more importantly, and this is the part I don't like, the crystal ball would have been about the size of a baseball, and we have the ultimate baseball star here. Just saying. Activated via a switch on the machine. Oh, okay, hang on. Wait a minute. Same thought, different idea. They got the shirt into the incinerator a different way. They threw the ball to activate the incinerator. Because the glass was below the button, while the sleeve was below the incinerator. So they got the shirt in there a different way. And, I would remind you, still further evidence, the baseball player was standing not too far from the trash room. I don't like it, but it's there. Activated via a switch on the machine, Hifumi was on cleaning duty and he claims that the last time he saw the incinerator, it was off. However, when Makoto checked it after the incident, the incinerator was in fact on. Oh wait, there was more. The distance from the gate to the incinerator is roughly 30 feet. A burnt piece of clothing was found next to the incinerator, apparently part of a shirt cuff, and it has a noticeable blood stain on it. Shards of glass, as it turns out, it would have fit comfortably in the palm of a person's hand, like a baseball. Fuck me, I think it was the baseball player. Apparently, Yasuhiro left the ball in the laundry room on accident, so anyone could have come along and taken it. And that's all the evidence we got. I feel like we are not looking good going into this. So I have skills. Increases damage to the opponent when a statement is destroyed? What? Effective during the bullet time battle. What the? Sure. Okay. I hope not, Mari. The baseball player is him. There's no reason to suspect him, except the ball that activated the incinerator. And I'm positive on this note. I'm certain that they threw the crystal ball to turn on the incinerator. He's a baseball player. That crystal ball was the size of a baseball. Buddy, I like you. I really hope you didn't do it. All right, here we go.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial.
Good question, Charge.
So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
And the killer really is one of us, right?
Of course!
Okay then. Everyone, close your eyes. And whoever did it, raise your hand.
Really?
Don't be a goddamn idiot.
Yeah.
Why the hell would they raise their hand?
Before we move on and start the trial, can I ask a question real quick? What's going on with those pictures?
I'd feel
That is a
awful
very
if they
good
got
question,
left
Charge.
out just because they died. Friendship penetrates even death's barrier.
Monokuma, you're a real fuck. You know that? Oh, this
Friendship
guy.
penetrates.
You read the quiet part out loud, Hifumi.
Okay, but what about
Okay.
that other empty seat? There were only 15 of us to begin with, so why are there 16 seats?
Oh yeah.
Oh, no reason. It's just that our little courtroom here can technically fit up to 16 people.
Oh.
Okay, that about does it for the preamble.
No, wait a second.
Get ready to get started. First up is the case summary. Now, let the class trial begin.
It's about to begin, the debate to decide who we think the killer is. Anything I found, anything I noticed, I have to be ready to speak up about anything, because this isn't just about me. Everyone's lives are on the line. Your first non-stop debate is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Yes! As things progress during each class trial, you will engage in a number of non-stop debates. During these discussions, characters will speak one after another without pause. It's up to you to unearth any lies or contradictions buried within their statements. Okay. So, like Phoenix Wright? Or what this means is that you'll have to use your truth bullets to refute what they say. Okay, so not like Phoenix Wright. Any relevant truth bullets you found during your investigation will be loaded into the truth cylinder. Use the left stick to aim, then fire with the Y button. Okay. Pay close attention to each narrator's statements and use your truth bullets to blast the right ones. Note that if you run out of time, you will automatically fail, so be careful. Okay. Yeah, Charge, this is the little-known sequel to Paper Mario. If you press the start button during these arguments, you can review the controls. Deep breaths, Naruto. We're just getting started. Well then, good luck and have fun. Okay. I want to see... Okay, evidence of a struggle. I want to see these buttons.
I assert that the one who was murdered...
If you choose the wrong statement, you will take damage. If your influence gauge reaches 0, that will end the case. Great. Focus gauge is how much concentration you can do. By holding the right bumper, you can concentrate and slow down the passage of time. I like that. This will consume your focus gauge, and you can't concentrate when it's empty. Fast forward, hold down the B button to fast forward. When a character is talking, some text may appear in yellow. Yeah, Paper Mario, High School of Murder. I'd play it. I mean, honestly, you could slap a Paper Mario label onto a fighting game, and if it says Paper Mario, I would play it. When a character is talking, some text may appear in yellow. This is their weak spot, and it represents a potential lie or contradiction in their argument. Multiple weak spots may appear, and it's up to you to figure out the right one and attack it, which will allow you to move the trial forward. Press Y to fire whatever truth bullet you have loaded. Hold down left bumper to open your truth cylinder, then new? What? What? If you quickly press the LB left bumper, truth bullets will be automatically loaded according to their order. Okay, that's good. If you target a weak spot and then hold down the Y button, you can use that weak spot as a temporary truth bullet later in the argument. Huh? These flashback bullets will disappear as soon as you use them or switch to another truth bullet. You can eliminate white noise with your silencer by targeting it and pressing the A button. If you successfully eliminate white noise this way, your timer will increase. However, if you shoot something else, you'll lose time instead. Huh? Yeah, I think that was a null. I'm fucked. Okay, well, learn by doing.
Yeah, we know that part already.
And the murder took place in Makoto's room.
In the bathroom. So it seems most likely that the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
Wait. Something's off about what was just said. Because if Sayaka hadn't resisted at all, there's no explanation for what happened in my room. Okay. For this first debate, we'd like to take a quick sidebar. If you're unable to spot and refute someone's lies or contradictions, the argument will repeat. Within a group of statements, some words appear in a different color. Did you happen to notice? That represents a potential hole. Oh, okay, I just should have read this. A weak spot. These weak spots reveal important, though not always inaccurate, sections of a person's statement. Your truth bullets are only effective against these weak spots. So when you see one come up, take aim and fire, but only if you're sure it's actually wrong. You can fast forward. Good luck and have fun. Okay.
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono!
Yeah, we know that part already.
And the murder took in the bathroom, so it seemed the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom.
Yep.
She didn't even have a chance to resist.
No, that's wrong.
Okay.
Just a second, Chihiro. Try to remember how my room looked. With the way things had been damaged, I think we can definitely assume
This
there was a
is weird.
struggle.
A struggle? Between who and who?
Between Sayaka and the killer, of course.
Obviously.
So you're saying
They're starting us
Sayaka
easy.
wasn't caught by surprise in the bathroom?
She must have been attacked in the main room first. Then, she ran to the bathroom
Yeah,
to try
right,
and
Ross?
hide.
How's it going, by the way?
The killer followed her in, and that's where they finished the job.
That much should have been obvious after taking one look at the scene. It shouldn't even need explaining.
I agree.
Sorry.
Okay, so what's next?
Next is the subject of the murder weapon.
Wow, this is starting to sound like a real trial.
We need to determine what was used to kill Sayaka. But we know it was the kitchen knife. And knowledge is power, Naruto. Yeah, okay, kitchen knife set. That's all we got. We've literally
So
only
what
got one
was
truth
used to
bullet.
kill her?
There was some kind of sharp object thrust into her stomach. Without a doubt, that is the murder weapon.
Yeah.
So the killer used some random knife they had on him.
This knife.
No, that's wrong.
Fair enough, Mari, fair enough.
No. I do think it was a knife, but not just any knife. I'm almost positive it was a kitchen knife.
Huh? A kitchen knife?
Yeah,
After
there's
the
one
murder,
missing.
we discovered that one of the knives from the kitchen was missing.
Which means that knife must be the murder weapon.
Oh, yeah. I guess that makes sense. You could sort of see the weapon sticking out of her stomach.
Yup.
And if you look real close, I could totally see that being a kitchen knife.
Okay, so the murder weapon was a kitchen knife, but where does that get us? I mean, we all know Makoto killed her, right?
He's throwing me under the bus. He's throwing me. Mari, you saw it. He's throwing me under the bus.
That's right. Makoto's room was the scene of the crime. What more proof do you need?
Charge.
Hold on a second.
Let's draw our conclusions after we've presented our arguments. Otherwise, what's the point of the trial?
Indeed. Thank you, Kyoko, for your cool head.
Well, we can talk all we want. It's not going to change that conclusion.
I don't think that's true at all. I'm sure if we keep at it, something new will reveal itself.
You really believe that?
Right on, girl. She's right. There's got to be a breakthrough somewhere just waiting for us to find it. Because I know damn well I'm not the killer. Does he? Who? You mean Leon, right there? I don't think those are bloodstains. I think that's ink. Because the bloodstained shirt was in the incinerator. There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. Would you like to hear more? Yes. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Pink is blood. You can concentrate by holding down the right bumper. While you are concentrating, time will slow down so you can pay closer attention to what everyone's saying. On top of that, it'll steady your aim, making it easier to target potential weak spots. Okay. This consumes the focus gauge, and if the gauge empties, you can't concentrate. But the focus gauge will recover over time, so let your brain take a rest. No need to rush. Well then, good luck and have fun. Okay. Here we go again. What's our truth bullet? We've got Aoi's account. Alright, I had a feeling that's
So
where
I
this
guess
was
there's
gonna
no question that the kitchen knife was the murder weapon. But where does that get us?
Makoto must have taken it from the kitchen, right?
Nope.
He did it in secret when nobody was in the dining hall.
Boom!
No, that's wrong.
Aoi was in the dining hall. Tell him.
Okay, wait. Hold on. I didn't take the knife from the kitchen.
Next, you're gonna say you're not the killer, right? Go ahead and say it all you want.
Well, what if I have a witness? What do you think, Hina?
Huh?
Remember what you were telling me earlier?
Well, I went to get some tea from the kitchen last night and all the knives were still there. But when I finished my tea and went back into the kitchen to wash my glass, one of the knives was gone. So you're saying the knife disappeared while you were drinking your tea in the dining hall? Yeah. Uh-huh.
Just to be perfectly clear, the knife disappeared while you were in the dining hall, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
And at any point while you were there, did you ever see me come into the dining hall?
But she didn't see anyone come into the dining hall. Doesn't that mean...
No, I don't think so.
I feel like this is a dead-end argument.
You don't think so?
No, he definitely wasn't there.
The knife disappeared while Hina was in the dining hall. But I wasn't there the entire time. In other words, there's no way I could have taken the knife.
It's alright, Charge. We have other alibis. The tool set is the next one, and the bathroom door.
Then what about this? What if the idiot swimmer girl and Makoto are in on it together, and lying to protect each other?
Idiot swimmer girl?
Harsh.
Oh, and more importantly, why would I get involved in something like that?
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
So you ask, and so I shall answer. Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Why would they do that?
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
But what if they did work together, and they just didn't know about the rule?
Ugh, good grief! Enough already! No, okay? There are no accomplices in this case!
Okay, fair enough.
Oops! Did I say that out loud?
Yeah, you read the quiet part out loud.
Anyway, I didn't go to the dining hall, and I didn't take the knife, so I'm not the killer.
Okay, so then, who did take the knife?
And how?
Hina seems the obvious candidate. After all, she just said she was in the dining hall.
It's true.
No,
Ban
no way!
Monokuma.
I swear it wasn't me!
Sure.
I believe
but can
her.
you or
I don't
anyone
think it
else
was her.
prove that?
If she was going to kill someone, that's just not who she would kill.
I can.
That's right! Sakura was with me the entire time I was drinking my tea.
Wait, why am I only now hearing this?
I hate to have to ask, but just to be sure, Sakura's...
Me.
Right.
But then, couldn't either one of them have grabbed the knife?
Actually, no. Because, well...
Just spit it out already.
Yeah, spit out the tea.
I stayed in Hina's room last night.
Wait, what? Never mind that.
I got so scared thanks to those creepy videos. I wasn't really thinking, I just asked her to stay over.
Oh.
Which means we have airtight alibis.
You stayed over? Doesn't that violate one of the school regulations?
We're not allowed to sleep anywhere but the dorms, but it doesn't say we have to stay in our assigned room.
True.
So, I don't think that's a problem.
It is a problem! A boy and a girl spending the night together? It's unwholesome!
Hey, we don't sex shame here.
But I'm a girl.
You are? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry!
Oh my god, it's worse.
But if it wasn't either of you, then what other possibility is there?
Actually, there is one other possibility. Right, Hina?
Oh, yeah, that's true! One other person did come to the dining hall while we were there.
Oh?
Why didn't you say so in the first place?
Well,
Who was it?
because... they're not here anymore.
I knew it! Sayaka took the knife. She had the knife to protect herself. And that's how they got in. They followed her into her room before she could lock the door. Someone who's not here? Are you talking about...
Sayaka.
Yeah.
She's the
It
one
was
who
her
came
knife.
to the dining hall. And then later, she wound up dead.
Sayaka. Okay, so the person who took the knife from the kitchen was Sayaka.
I got it! Then, Sayaka is the one who took the knife?
It makes sense.
That's the only possibility.
So here's my next question. If they didn't take the knife with them, they obviously didn't take my sword. How were they planning on killing her?
And thinking back on it, she was acting kind of unusual.
Or were they planning on killing her? Okay, new speculation. What if Sayaka was the one planning on killing somebody?
When she came into the dining hall, she didn't even look at us. She just went straight to the kitchen. As she left, she said she just wanted a drink of water. But most likely...
And the person who took the knife was the victim herself!
Yeah.
I'm sure she just took it for self-defense.
So you're saying the knife she took was then taken from her, and she was killed with it? In that case, you may not have taken the knife, but you still could have killed her.
That is true.
What?
And that's where the toolbox comes in. We can
See?
prove...
He did do it after all!
No, you're wrong.
So, that's how you would twist the argument and send us all off in the wrong direction?
That is interesting.
You possess a most terrifying talent.
Unless whoever killed her saw her take the knife and knew and was going to use... But no one would have known she had the knife. Damn. If I don't do something, they're gonna blame me for the murder. Don't they understand? If they convict me, everyone's going to die.
Hold on. It's still too early to decide conclusively that Makoto is the killer, wouldn't you say? Because you see, if the room did belong to the killer, then they did something most bewildering.
But there's no motivation for that charge. There's no reason for it. All that would do is get all the rest of us killed.
And until we unravel that little mystery, you simply can't declare that he's the killer.
Bewildering? What the hell are you talking about?
Something was missing from the scene of the crime that by all rights should have been there.
Eh? Okay, hang on a second. What? She's talking, I assume, about the floor. Footprints?
You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Yeah, tell me more. As things advance further in a class trial, the Hangman's Gambit will eventually take place. The point of this is to reveal an important phrase related to the incident in question. You'll have to deduce the phrase from the letters flying around and the letters already known. What? Complete the phrase by shooting down the flying letters in the right order. Use the left stick to aim, then press the Y button to shoot the desired letters. If you shoot down the wrong letters, you'll suffer damage to your influence. If this gauge reaches 0, or if you run out of time, you fail. Say what? Something that should have been at the scene but wasn't. That must be the crucial point. If we can just figure out what that something is... Hangman's Gambit? Oh, Mari, you're scaring me. Okay, it's 4 letters. H. Hair! Hair! Yeah, hair! Okay.
Now I understand.
There was no hair.
There wasn't a single hair on the floor.
So, the culprit removed some evidence?
Yes. And if I were the culprit, why would I need to get rid of all the hair in my own room? It wouldn't be unusual at all to find my hair at the crime scene if the crime scene is in my room.
The reason all the hair was gone was to remove any trace that Sayaka had ever been there.
Then why would I leave her in my bloody bathroom?
That makes sense, does it not?
No. If that were the case, they would have had to do something about the body itself, not just her hair.
Ha ha ha! Yes, very true, very true!
Okay, then why wasn't there any hair on the ground?
The killer got rid of it all, of course, to remove any trace that they had ever been there.
Wait, then that means...
Precisely. It's simply beyond reason to believe that the room's owner and the killer are one and the same.
Then
So...
Makoto isn't the culprit?
So who did
Are you sure we can decide something so important based solely on the absence of some hair?
Yeah!
No. There are other reasons that prove why Makoto couldn't have done it.
I would like to hear these reasons.
Do you remember anything remarkable
loving
about
this
the
girl.
bathroom at the scene?
She's awesome.
Sayaka was attacked in the main room first, then fled into the bathroom, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, then they ran after her, got into the bathroom, and stabbed her.
But not immediately.
And how did the killer get into the bathroom? Did they have any trouble with it?
Yeah, they stopped. They were stuck at the door.
It's fairly certain that the killer had some trouble getting into the bathroom. There was clear evidence left behind. Do you remember, Makoto?
Yeah, I do. The killer. This was the first thing I figured out. The killer struggled getting into the bathroom, and the evidence that proves it is the object the killer broke. Wait, what? What? Oh, yeah, that. I was gonna say, wait, what?
I got it!
The doorknob.
Evidence that the killer had trouble getting into the bathroom. You're talking about the doorknob, right?
Are you guys as intrigued by this as I am?
Huh?
I love
the
this
doorknob.
shit.
What doorknob?
The doorknob for my bathroom. It was completely broken. See how the top part was unscrewed? And the doorknob's about ready to fall off?
Oh yeah, true. But what does it mean?
In trying to bypass the lock, they ended up nearly removing the entire doorknob.
Yeah.
This is another most
absolutely,
bewildering
Ross.
act for the room's owner. It proves Makoto is beyond suspicion.
So what? You're saying he wouldn't break the door in his own room? But if the only choice you have is to break it, you break it. There's nothing bewildering about it.
You still don't see? Okay then. Let's take another look at how the incident unfolded. Hopefully that will help you understand.
Kyoko said it was a bewildering act. I almost didn't notice it at first, but is that the key point here? There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. Sure, hit me. From here on out, the number of weak spots will start going up. Great. But no matter how many weak spots, there's essentially only one lie or contradiction in that debate. What I'm trying to say is, not all weak spots you see are necessarily false. Use a truth bullet on the wrong one, and not only will you fail to refute what they said, but you'll also lower your trust with everyone and your influence gauge will take damage. Now, this is important because if your influence gauge reaches 0, you fail. You'll have to rely on your own logic to determine which weak spots are actually lies or contradictions. Okay. Alright, we can do that. The door frame. Okay. So we need to find something that the bathroom door frame
The incident
disproves.
took place in Makoto's room. Sayaka was first attacked in the main room.
Yep.
She then fled into the bathroom.
Then the killer ran after her. And they got into the bathroom.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door.
I'm gonna hear
because
everything
Sayaka had
before I-
locked it.
No, that's wrong.
We got him. Notice it was him who said that
The
too?
reason my bathroom didn't open wasn't because it was locked. After all, the girls' rooms are the only ones with locking bathrooms, right?
Yes, now that you mention it, that is true.
Then why didn't your bathroom door open?
Because it was stuck.
Huh? What are you talking about?
My bathroom door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. Monokuma over there can testify to that.
He sure can.
Yep, true as true can be. But you know, you're supposed to be the ultimate lucky student, right? But to have such a cruddy door.
I would say it's lucky. By having such a cruddy door, I'm able to prove that it wasn't me who killed her.
That's not lucky at all.
No, it's totally
So the
lucky.
reason the door didn't open was just because it was stuck. But the killer didn't know that and assumed it was locked. So they tore apart the doorknob to get in.
Okay,
You know
but
who else
then why
assumed it
would
was
the
locked?
killer even think the door was
Leon.
locked in the first place?
Yeah, I was wondering about that in the first time we played this, actually. Probably what Charge said, yeah.
Everyone should have known you can't lock any of the boys' bathrooms.
The killer could easily make that mistake, thanks to one important detail about the scene of the crime.
The nameplates were switched. Again, Leon was fixated on the swapped nameplates, remember? The killer was convinced the bathroom door was locked, so they didn't know that the door actually couldn't be locked. In other words, the important detail about the scene of the crime that they didn't know was... The crime took place in my room.
I got it! The killer must not have realized that it was my room.
What? Are you saying the culprit didn't even know where he was? That's
Or she.
inconceivable!
Technically.
And yet,
But I
he's
think it was
absolutely right.
I'm zeroing in on Leon.
Say what?
Well, to be more specific, what the killer didn't know was that Makoto and Sayaka had switched rooms, which is what led to the misunderstanding about the bathroom. If Sayaka had been in her own room, then
there would have been a lock on the door, and they would have had to break through!
So they had no idea how unnecessary their actions were.
ultimately, we can't know if it came open by force or simply by accident. But the killer must have been considerably confused, with no idea how they actually got the door opened.
Regardless, it was a pointless act. Wasting time trying to break down a door that wasn't locked is...
definitely something I wouldn't do, since I would have known exactly why it wasn't opening, right?
Exactly.
That is a definite possibility.
Possibility? Fuck you, dude.
So the killer would have to be someone who didn't know they'd switched rooms?
Then Makoto couldn't have done it.
Probably true, Mari. That's what I've been trying to tell you.
Okay, then who did do it?
I'm sorry, but I give up! Quit without saving!
But what happens if we can't decide on who we think did it?
Well then,
Yeah,
why don't we
clearly
just
charged.
vote right now? Majority rules!
How about no?
Majority rules? You really think that's a good idea?
Yeah, our necks are on the line here. Someone seriously needs to do something. For serious.
Does no one have any
We
other
have some more
thoughts or
evidence.
questions?
Hey,
It
thank
does
you for
not
the
matter
follow,
how trivial they
Andre?
may seem.
Am I saying that right, Andre? Welcome to the kitchen.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I do have one question.
I have a few myself.
Oh, you.
What does that mean?
You don't gotta sound so disappointed.
Thanks for the follow. It's Archie.
It's fine, it's fine. Just ask
Welcome
your
to the
question.
Oh yeah. Okay, so,
I'm totally intrigued here because we're getting close to the limits of what I know. We know about the crystal ball, but beyond that, we still don't know how the hell the killer got in. We don't know why they chose her.
well,
I really want to know.
I was just wondering, how did the culprit get into Makoto's room in the first place?
Exactly.
Yes. How did the killer get inside?
There were no signs of a forced entry.
Maybe Sayaka just dropped the key somewhere and the culprit picked it up. That's possible, right?
Except that the key was found on my dormitory floor. I didn't see any vents. I actually did look for that to see if that's how they did it,
I don't
Charge.
think
I didn't
so.
see any.
That seems way too convenient.
Then maybe someone picked the lock?
There's Naruto's theory.
Negative! If you remember, Monokuma made it quite clear that the locks are all unpickable.
There's that.
Fine. How about this? The killer got in the easy way. They could have knocked and said they wanted to talk or something, and Miss Maizono just let him in.
Could be, Charge. That could be, though I didn't see any. We don't have any evidence alluding to that. It's possible, but I haven't found any evidence yet.
No, that can't be it either.
Oh, trying to argue against me? Sounds like someone doesn't know his place.
Okay, I have a theory. I think it's when she went to go get the kitchen knife while they were drinking tea. When she was trying to come back to the room, I think they forced their way in.
Hello? Why exactly can't that be it?
Hypothesis, yes. Because she asked me to do something in particular because of how frightened she was. That's the answer right there. There's no way Sayaka let someone in because...
I got it!
We switched rooms?
Because Sayaka was already scared, remember? That's why she asked me to switch rooms in the first place.
Yeah, that's another thing that's really bothering me. Someone was already targeting her So they must have known she switched rooms? But then they wouldn't know she switched rooms. But they banged on her original door, and then they came into my room thinking it was hers? That doesn't add up. The same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, don't open your door for anyone. Even if I'm sure it's you, I absolutely won't open it. Otherwise, what's the point of even switching?
Knowing what she'd been through, I just can't believe she would have opened the door for anyone.
Do you think Sayaka might have been planning to kill someone else?
What if her being scared was a lie?
Huh? Well, what the hell is that supposed to mean? Why would she lie about something like that?
I know you don't want to consider it, but look at this and tell me. Can you still deny the possibility?
Uh-huh. There's something I want to talk to you about, just us two. In 5 minutes, come see me in my room. Sayaka. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay?
I found a notepad during my search, and I shaded in the top sheet with a pencil.
What?
And these are the words that appeared.
Oh man! I've totally seen people do that on detective shows. When you write, it can leave an imprint. Sketch over the next sheet of paper, and you can see the words. When I saw that, I was like, holy crap! I better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it from now on.
She's not withholding it, she's offering it
It's
now.
a pretty old-fashioned technique, but even the classics can be surprisingly useful sometimes. Oh, and I should also mention, I found the notepad on the desk in Makoto's room.
So she was going to kill someone with that knife and then frame me for it. Oh no! I said this last week. Do you guys remember when she was like, or when Makoto was like, I promise I'll do whatever it takes to get you out of here. And she's like, you promise? You'll really do anything to help me get out? And Makoto's like, I promise. And I said, I sure hope she doesn't intend to murder me to get out of here because I said that. No, it's worse. She planned to frame me for murder so that she could escape. Then get away with the murder. Yeah, and there's no... I mean, Charge, she's one of the ones collecting the evidence. It's her evidence. I mean, to be fair, for all she knows, any of us could have done it. She had to keep one in the back pocket. So, let's consider this. Sayaka was going to kill somebody, and whoever she was going to kill defended themselves against her. Who? Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. They were numbers. Also, hello, Mr. Ratflam. Ratflam? That's an interesting username. Yeah, I was wondering about that. I was wondering about the numbers. That still doesn't mean much.
Huh? Which means only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it.
Then either it was Makoto who lived there, or Sayaka who switched rooms for a single night.
So, Makoto, did you write this?
No, I didn't. But...
Of course you didn't. Because the note also bears a perfectly legible signature. Sayaka's
I don't know.
signature.
I know what you mean, Chai. I know. Oh. I see it. I see it. And now I'm not going to say because I don't want to spoil it if there's anyone who hasn't figured it out. I see it now. I got it. Shit. Then that note, Sayaka wrote it?
But why? Why would she write that?
Thank you for the follow, Mr. Ratflam. Welcome to the kitchen.
The note was likely her way of getting in touch with a certain someone.
Yep.
She must have slid it under their door to let them know she wanted to meet with them in secret.
If you got an invitation like that from the ultimate pop sensation, what young man could resist?
Ifumi, it's quiet time.
Of course, I'm only into 2D, so it wouldn't have any effect on me.
Ifumi, no.
But can we be sure anyone even got this note? And honestly, even if they did, I do not think they are at all involved in what happened.
Huh? What makes you say that?
Would you like to hear what I have to say?
Yeah.
Very well then. Pay attention.
Dorm nameplates. Okay, that's an interesting one. Let's see what we got
Sayaka
here.
and Makoto switched rooms, correct? But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says, my room.
I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No.
The room that Makoto was staying in.
No.
So in other words, even if someone did read the note and did what it said, they would not have any connection to what happened.
It certainly
She
would
does
seem
have a
that way.
strange accent, no doubt about it. Okay, so they went to my room instead of Sayaka's, and the reason for that has to be because of what got switched between Maya and Sayaka's rooms.
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct?
Is it this one?
But in the note, the...
Well, hang on. Now, which one does that contradict? We did switch rooms. Okay, I'll just look for the one that's not true.
It specifically says, my room.
That's true.
I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
No.
Exactly. The room that Makoto...
No, that's wrong.
This is it.
The nameplates on Mai and Sayaka's rooms got switched.
They got switched?
Switched, yes.
That's right. The nameplates got switched, just like the rooms themselves.
We only switched rooms. We didn't switch nameplates, but someone we discovered in the morning did swap our nameplates. Right, we did. As far as Makoto knew, we only swapped rooms.
As a result, the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's name. And the nameplate on Makoto's room had Sayaka's.
I don't know that someone witnessed it.
So what you're saying is, the room Sayaka was staying in was actually marked as her room.
Yep, I think the person got the letter just fine, and I think they came to Makoto's room thinking it was Sayaka's room because they were foolish and trusted the letter. I think Sayaka tried to kill them with the kitchen knife. Whoever it is grabbed the gold sword, not knowing the sword was replica. They swung it around like there was the struggle. I think that sword is what caused the bruise on her wrist. Somehow in the fight, they got the knife and stabbed her with it. And then she locked herself in the bathroom. What's interesting, though, is my toolkit was not opened, but someone used a toolkit to pick the lock, so it implies they likely brought their own toolkit to work on the door.
Then, if someone did
Which would
do what
imply
the
that
note
they were
said,
male.
they would end up at Makoto's room where Sayaka was.
Since all the boys got toolkits and all the girls got sewing kits. That's true. That's exactly true, Charge. Good call. Good catch. Yep, that's it. They got her in the arm, broke her wrist. She dropped the knife. They picked it up, stabbed her. She fled into the bathroom. They tried to get the door open. Maybe they didn't. Maybe they didn't even try to get the door open. Maybe they didn't stab her. Maybe she just ran to the bathroom before they stabbed her. I don't know. I don't know. That we're gonna have to find that out. I know who did it. I just don't know.
Plus, their rooms are right next to each other, so switching the nameplates would be no problem.
The order of operations.
And the one who switched the names was
Naruto.
Well, of course it wasn't
So
you,
late.
right,
So
Makoto?
early.
Right?
Okay, then who did it?
There's only one person who could have switched the nameplates. The only other person who knew we had switched rooms. The killer. Nope. Me. Nope. Sayaka, the attempted killer.
I got it!
God
Me and
damn it,
Sayaka were the
Sayaka.
only ones who ever knew about us switching rooms.
You shouldn't have done this.
So the only other person besides me who would even know to switch the nameplates was Sayaka.
You can also infer as much from her note.
There's something I want to talk to you about, just us two. In 5 minutes, come see me in my room. She even made a point of not wanting to share a room. I don't think so. I don't think that. I think they've already pretty thoroughly explained why someone would take the door handle apart. It makes perfect sense. Literally anyone other than Sayaka and Makoto would think the door was locked, because they'd think it was her room. Based on this, they have no reason to think it's Makoto's room. No, I think she locked herself in, and they were trying to undo the door lock, assuming it was locked, and then they got the door open when they discovered, oh, duh, it wasn't locked, it was jammed. That's my guess. We'll see. Let's find out. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room. Okay, yeah, so she definitely did.
She specifically tells the reader to check the nameplate. She would only have written that if she knew the nameplates had been switched.
But why would she switch them in the first place?
She wanted someone to come to the room she was in, and also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room.
What?
Inviting someone to your room, but not telling them you'd switched rooms. Why would anyone do that?
To understand that,
God damn it, Sayaka. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that assessment, Mr. Rat.
we first need to understand what
I agree.
happened after she invited the person into the room. That's where the answer lies.
I think Kyoko knows all of this, too. I wonder how much of this Kyoko figured out ahead of time.
What happened then was probably whoever she invited over came in and attacked her.
I wish that were true.
We figured it out! We know who did it! Whoever she invited over is the culprit!
Well, he could have.
But we still don't know who it is, you goddamn idiot!
He could have, but...
Sayaka fought with her killer there in the room, yes?
I think the important... I think the evidence of note here is 11037.
Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that initial struggle.
Yes, I think you're right.
Then... we just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right?
Only boys got toolkits, all the girls got sewing kits. But a toolkit was distinctly used to open that door, but all the toolkits were kept in our dorm rooms. Thus, it's a pretty safe assessment that it had to be someone with already owning a toolkit. Yes, correct charge. Though I get the vibe, they even commented on that being a little sexist. I get the vibe that was intentionally so. That's Monokuma being sexist.
That reminds me.
More than the
There was a
writers.
replica sword at
In
the
that
murder
instance.
scene. Was that perhaps used during the fight?
Oh yeah. What's the deal with that sword?
I can explain
Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself. It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist.
Yeah, because of the glitter.
How the hell could you possibly know that's what broke her wrist?
He's not sweating, Mr. Rat. The reason I know Sayaka's wrist was broken with a fake sword is because when you look at her wrist, there's no doubt. The glitter.
I got it! All you have to do is take a good look at her broken wrist, and it should become pretty clear. Right there where her wrist is all swollen. There's something glittery there. See?
Yeah.
Is that gold?
Yup.
It sure is. Specifically, the gold coating from the replica sword. You barely have to touch that stuff, and it'll stick right to you. And there's some on her wrist because...
I got it! Because she got hit with the sword! Right there on her wrist!
Yup.
I see. And so the truth draws ever closer.
What if the person... So I've been wondering why they would lint roll the carpet. All the hair off of the carpet. What if she nicked them with the knife? What if she cut some of their hair off? Potentially, Mr. Rapp. But again, I don't think that's necessarily true. Anyone with some strength could do it. Probably not this guy, but Mondo knocked Makoto out cold with a single hit. He's clearly got strength.
All right, then it's about time to solve this mystery.
He seems... We don't really know what kind of physical strength he had, but at the end of the day, it doesn't... You'd be surprised how little force it takes if you've got a weapon to break someone's bone. And given that it didn't look like her bone was that... Like, it's not mangled. It looks like a fairly minor break. I doubt she was hit that hard on the wrist. What happened in my room, and what led to Sayaka's death? That's what we need to make clear. Pretty specific. Well, yeah. Yeah, let's see. I'm pretty sure, though, I've got a good idea of what happened here. I think I know what happened. Are you getting used to these? Yes, I am. Starting with the next debate, I'll start loading multiple truth bullets into the truth cylinder. Thank you so much. But just like with the weak spots, only one of these bullets can actually refute the proper statement. In other words, from here on out... That's the talent, Mr. Rat. He's the ultimate baseball player. Yeah, I picked up on that myself, Sammy. Yeah, I think you're right. It does seem to be. You'll have to combine the truth bullets with the right weak spots to refute each statement. If you come up with the wrong combination, you'll take damage. Right. Left bumper to rotate the cylinder. Okay, and choose which bullet to fire. Okay, that makes sense. Or you can hold down the button and use the left null stick, apparently, to elect a specific bullet. Okay. By the way, if the logic difficulty is set to kind, fewer bullets will be loaded into the cylinder, please. For our purposes this time, the logic difficulty will be set to mean. Oh, gee, thanks. Fair enough, Ross. What would the perfect ultimate blah be? I don't know if there's any one answer to that. I think there's a few that could be perfect. I mean, if you're an ultimate something that you want to be, I think that's what it really comes down to. All right, here we go. What truth bullets are they giving us? Probably a whole bajillion of them. Replica sword sheath, kitchen knife set, replica sword. Okay.
When the fighting broke out,
let's go through the entire argument.
The culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
And that's what broke Miss Mizono's wrist.
So she tried to fight back. She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden away.
But then the culprit took that from her too.
And they killed her with it.
And that's exactly what happened.
Interesting. If the person with the sword really did attack first, there's no explanation for how a certain part of the sword got damaged. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt.
It's funny you say that, Captain.
Sword-based sneak attack.
And that's what broke
because
Miss Mizono's
we are the
wrist.
ultimate lucky.
So
that's
she
literally
tried
Makoto.
to fight back. She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden away.
But then the culprit took that from her too.
And they killed her
It must
with
be the first
And
one.
that's exactly what happened.
I guess it's the first one.
When the fighting broke out, The culprit grabbed the sword. And that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
Right?
No, that's wrong.
You feel like your luck gotta be nerfed? I mean,
Actually,
we are
no.
the ultimate lucky.
I don't think the fight started with the sword.
I don't know what that means, Mr. Rat. It's because I am a noob. Completely. You own one similar, and for you to be able to break a wrist, you have to swing the sword almost as hard as a bat, maybe harder. I mean, I'm not saying... I mean, whoever had it was clearly swinging to save their life. I have no idea what that meant, Mari, Mr. Rat. Makoto's room is the murder... Well, yeah. I don't think the fight started with the sword. Right?
Why not?
Because the sword's sheath had been scratched. See? There's a gash in it. Like someone cut into it with something sharp.
Okay.
Something sharp? You mean like the kitchen knife? That was the only sharp thing found at the scene.
Exactly.
Stop jumping ahead. Slow down and explain it so I get what the hell's going on.
If the sword was used first, there wouldn't be any explanation for the scratch on the sheath. If you were going to attack with the sword, you'd take it out of the sheath first, right?
That's right.
That's true. With the sheath on, it'd be heavy and bulky and useless as shit.
Okay, so now I have a new problem. Oh, I've never seen the anime, so be careful to avoid any spoilers or any such thing, Mr. Rat. People who, particularly if you know the solutions to this stuff, definitely, be very careful what you say. No hints or riddles or anything. It is a blind playthrough. But fortunately, I mean, obviously, I've already got, I think. So the one thing I don't have figured out, if the person came into the room unarmed, she could have literally just closed the door and stabbed them and it would be over, right? But whoever this person is was able to get to the sword, which is pretty... I mean, it's not just by the door, you know? It's about halfway into the room. They would have had to get past her to get to that sword. Why did they get so far into the room? I'm wondering if maybe... I don't know.
Okay, so how did the sheath get damaged?
If they got attacked with the kitchen knife, maybe they grabbed the sword as a defensive impulse.
Maybe she didn't have it on her person, she left it sitting somewhere?
In that situation, there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the sword.
So you're saying the sword was initially used to defend against an attack from the knife?
Which means whoever had the kitchen knife was the one who attacked first.
Yep.
I think I get it. So here's how it all played out. The culprit came in, found the kitchen knife hidden there somewhere. Then they took the knife and attacked Sayaka before she knew what was happening.
Nope.
So she grabbed the sword to defend herself.
Nope.
But then the culprit took that from her too.
No.
Then, after they broke her wrist with the sword, they took the knife and finished it.
Sit down before
Sorry,
you hurt yourself.
but I don't think Sayaka used the sword to defend herself.
What? How the hell can you not think that?
Because she never held the sword at all. There's a certain part of her body that makes this clear.
The part of her body that shows she never used the sword. If you wanted to use a sword, which part of your body would have to touch it? Her palms. Her stomach.
I got it! You're talking about her palms, right?
Mm-hmm.
The palms of her hands were perfectly clean, so I don't think she ever picked up the sword.
How can you know that just by looking at her palms?
Like I said before, the gold coating on that sword comes right off. All you have to do is touch it. In fact, if you look, you'll notice that a lot of the gold has already come off the handle. It's safe to assume that's because whoever used the sword got some of it on their hands.
Yep.
There's really no way she could have picked it up and come away completely clean.
Maybe she washed her hands after she escaped into the bathroom.
Sorry,
Afraid
but
not.
I don't think so.
Why do you say that? Is it because you think I'm ugly?
Really?
No,
Dude.
that's not it at all.
Well, I mean, keep in mind, Charge, this happened at 1:30 in the morning. They had plenty of time to wash their hands off, I would imagine. That's not owie, that's, oh wait, yeah, that is... Ignore me. There's no way Sayaka washed the gold coating off her hands because there's a certain regulation that talks about what happens to the bathrooms at... Oh. Is that true?
I got it!
I did not remember
According
that.
to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's time of death was around 1:30 a.m. In other words, at nighttime. And the water in the bathroom shuts off at nighttime, right?
Oh,
right.
I didn't know that. Actually, I haven't taken a shower here yet.
Ew!
Oh my.
God damn it. Fumi, no!
You're no different. You smell like a big fat ugly donkey.
I'm not sure whether to take that as an insult or a compliment.
Jesus Christ, Hifumi.
An insult, obviously.
So anyway, if Sayaka never touched the sword, then that means the killer is the only one who used the sword. But hold on. If that's right, then the one who damaged the sheath with the kitchen knife was...
The one who damaged the sheath would had to have been the one without the sword. Sayaka.
I got
You
it!
hate to see it.
Sayaka? She had the kitchen knife?
But we already said that the attack started with...
The person with the knife attacked first, and the sword was used as an impromptu defense.
Uh-huh.
And the one who attacked first was...
Sayaka?
Now do you understand? She wasn't a blameless victim in this.
No, far from it. It's almost as if she'd been planning to commit a murder of her own.
What?
She took the knife from the kitchen, then invited the culprit to the room she was staying in. And if it's true that she had the kitchen knife and attacked without provocation...
You hate to see it.
Indeed. These are all the actions of an assailant.
So I wonder if Monokuma has an exception policy for self-defense.
Which brings up another point. Makoto, Sayaka was the one who suggested you two switch rooms, correct? Maybe the reason she wanted to switch rooms was so that she could pin the crime on you. That is a possibility, is it not?
Sayaka wanted to... on me?
Yup!
That would also explain why she would switch the nameplates. She wanted to get whoever she had targeted to come to Makoto's room, where she was staying. And by committing the murder there, instead of her room, that would implicate Makoto.
Yup!
But for that to work, the target had to be lured out while still keeping the room swap a secret. If the target knew she had switched rooms, they would have become suspicious right away.
So all that's why she switched the names?
I mean, that's just part of the show. Phoenix Wright is much the same way, Charge. You get used to it.
But
I'm just
doesn't
glad
that
they
plan
voice
seem a
acted.
little risky? For one thing, even if her plan worked, Mr. Naegi would just tell everyone they'd switched rooms.
I don't know. I'm not sure our soft-hearted Makoto is capable of that kind of cutthroat behavior. I'm sure Sayaka realized the same thing, which is why out of all of us, she asked him to switch rooms.
Because he said he would back her up.
Plus, she was the ultimate pop sensation. A totally forgettable kid. Or a national superstar. Who are you more likely to believe?
What does that have to do with anything?
Wait, then you're saying she had this all planned out?
Holy shit!
But in the end, her plan backfired.
Pretty hard.
She launched her attack with the knife, then found herself under attack in turn. That must be when her wrist got broken, and she was forced to drop the knife.
The tables were suddenly turned on her, and she died at the hands of the one she'd planned to murder.
I have no doubt she's going to try, Charge, at some point. I don't think she did this one, but I think she's gonna try.
Just hold on! That can't be true! Because...
Hey! You guys have totally derailed the argument! You're being super boring right now. Come on, hurry up and decide who
Seriously,
did
Mari.
it. Wouldn't it be awful if I had to punish you all just because you ran out of time?
Don't be a dick.
Oh yeah, we gotta decide who we think did it.
Makoto, right now you just need to concentrate on figuring out the answer to this mystery.
She already knows who did it.
If we can't uncover who murdered Sayaka, it's over for all of us.
She knows. Is it really all over? Obviously, I'm committed to finding out who killed her. But what can I do? I mean, as far as clues go, there's nothing left. But there is! We've got... That's the one!
It's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it. But there just aren't any more clues, right?
I
Very
see
well.
what they did there.
Then let's review all the clues we've found up to this point one more time.
Do we really have time for all that?
Yeah?
Die! Die! If we don't do something, we're all gonna die!
I know what to do. I just wanted to hear all their dialogue. There's still one clue left, I'm sure of it. Sayaka left it on the wall she was leaning up against.
It's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it. But there just aren't any more clues, right?
No, that's wrong.
We've got one more clue.
There still might be one clue left. Sayaka's dying message.
A clue the killer is likely not to have noticed.
Dining, wait, what did you say?
Dining what?
The dying message. She wrote something on the wall behind her, remember? 11037. Written in her own blood.
Look at it.
There must be a clue about the killer hidden in there.
Look at it. Do you see it, Charge? Yeah, me too.
Well, before we get too far into that, I need to ask, can we really be sure that Sayaka is the one who wrote it?
Oh yeah. There's no question that Sayaka wrote that message, and I can prove it. Left index finger.
I got it!
You'll
Her
see it in a
left
second,
index
Captain.
finger had blood on it.
You'll see. You'll see.
That could only be because she used that finger to write the message.
I see. She broke her right wrist during the fight, so she'd have to use her left hand to write.
Sure. I think we can all agree Sayaka wrote it. But what the heck do those numbers
sorry,
mean?
sorry.
11037?
11037. That's gonna be the next passcode on my luggage.
Hey, Chihiro. You're a computer nerd or whatever, right? You should know all about numbers and shit.
No, that's not... Yes, I'm a programmer, but I don't see any kind of meaning in these numbers.
Of course. It's because they're not numbers.
Nope.
Oh, yeah, it looks like...
Huh? What?
No, it's just, look at the numbers, assuming they're not numbers. Don't these first two, 1-1, look less like two numbers and more like one letter?
You got it now, Captain? Mm-hmm.
Ah, you're right. The connecting line is barely there, so I assumed it was 1-1, but... Looking at it now, you could also read it as an N.
I see. That makes sense, Mari. To their credit, I mean, I think they did a good job with the localization. I mean, they could have just stuck to the kanji and then had their American audience have no clue what was going on. I would have forgiven it.
You might have finally just said something worth a shit.
Oh, fuck you, dude.
Our little gray cells are really getting excited now.
Thanks, I hate it.
But even if that really is an N037, doesn't make any more sense than before.
It's an airplane ID. Damn it, it's no use, I just don't know. She does.
Rotate the image 180 degrees.
Why, though? Why write it like that? Huh? Rotate it. I think maybe I see something. Listen, Charge, Makoto straight up owns that he is an idiot. Same thing with Mondo.
Oh my god.
And to be fair...
Now I see. She wrote down the killer's name.
It's easy to miss it, especially under extreme amounts of stress like this.
You just shot past the clue part and right onto who did it.
So, whose name did she write?
That's Leon on the left there, with the axle hair. Sayaka's dying message reveals the real killer's name. If you turn her message 180 degrees, it should become crystal clear. Leon Kuwata. I fucking called it! Didn't I
Here's
say
my
the
answer.
crystal ball? You know I said it. I called that one.
The key to solving this mystery was simply to rotate the writing
I just called
180
it for
degrees.
a way roundabout reason.
If you turn the message around, it becomes the letters L-E-O-N.
But why was it written upside down?
L-E-O-N. Or more accurately, Leon.
What?
Thank you, Mari.
What the hell are you talking about? It's
I'm
just
so
a
fucking
coincidence.
proud of myself right now.
It's just a bunch of random squiggles that happen to look like my name.
No, it's not random at all.
I didn't want to, but I said I'm pretty sure he threw that crystal ball as a baseball. A ball that fits in the palm of your hand. Listen, Canyon, we're past 30 minutes
She wrote
ago,
that
okay?
message
We're back
on the
at
wall
an hour
behind her
ago.
as she was leaning up against it.
Please, keep up. Just leaning up against it.
In that position, she couldn't move to write normally, and had to write upside down, as it were.
Okay, I'm gonna assume that makes more sense if it's in kanji, probably. Because that makes no sense to me whatsoever.
And as a result, when you look at it standing in front of her, it ends up getting flipped.
Wait, no. Okay, actually, do something for me. Do it right now. Try writing it the way... It makes actually sense. I could see why you would do it like that. It's actually like... It's really easy to get confused trying to write it like that.
Try it for yourself if you want. Write something sitting like her,
Exactly.
and the letters will be inverted.
Exactly. Do what Kyoko's telling you to do. That actually checks out. Legit. Yeah.
That sounds like one hell of a stretch to me.
I mean, there's plenty, Captain. There's plenty. We are just talking through all of it.
I'm the killer? You can't just go and say shit like that.
If you're not the killer, then why did you try to destroy the evidence?
Huh?
You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto?
Yeah,
The evidence
I sure
Leon
do.
tried to get rid of?
The evidence he tried to get rid of. It's that thing I found on the ground in front of the incinerator, right? Sure is. What? What do you mean? No, hang on. No. What are you talking about? What? The evidence that Leon tried to get rid of. Oh. God damn it. Okay, it was the shirt. Yep.
I got it! You mean
Listen.
the burnt shirt piece I found laying on the ground by the incinerator, right?
As the killer stabbed Sayaka, they must have gotten some of her blood on them.
Yeah.
And to dispose of the shirt covered in the victim's blood, they threw it into the incinerator.
But one piece burned off and got left behind.
Leon's not looking so good.
And the killer didn't notice. If they had, they most certainly would have panicked. Isn't that right, Leon?
But is one scrap of fabric enough to conclude that Leon is guilty?
Yeah, I mean, Leon's not the only one wearing a white button-up.
That's right. There are plenty of other people here with shirts like mine. With just that one little charred piece, there's no way you can say for sure who it belongs to.
I'm sorry you feel that way, Mike, because we might be about to
You're
disappoint
right.
you.
That alone isn't enough. But there are some other points that may reveal the truth.
I do really like Leon, though. He seemed like a cool dude. Until now. Welcome back, Mr. Rat.
Are you finally starting to understand? The answers to all the riddles are right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
I think so.
The burnt remains of the button-up shirt, which the killer wasn't able to get rid of. Ooh, what kind of dogs do you have, Mr. Rat? There's something about it we need to pay attention to in order to figure out who's responsible. How it was disposed of.
I got it! If we look closely at how the shirt was disposed of, we should be able to figure out who the killer is.
Mood charge. That is such a mood. 2 pups and 1 older, and 2 middle-aged. Hey! Love to hear it. Love to hear it. What kind of doggos you got? I
yeah,
have a Chihuahua.
that's a good point. I think I know what you're gonna say.
Something myself.
You can't reach the incinerator without opening the gate in front of the trash room, right?
Right.
And obviously, you wouldn't be able to hit the switch to turn it on either.
I don't think I know that type.
You need the key to get in, and the one with the key was the person on cleaning duty. So the killer had to be whoever was in charge of taking care of the trash, right?
Interesting.
He doesn't seem worried. There it is. I was gonna say, why isn't he worried? No, that's wrong. There was another way to use the incinerator without being the one on cleaning duty. And that's exactly what proves that Leon is the real killer. Yep, I know what it was.
The key to the trash room.
Let's let him get through all the
Whoever
dialogue
was on
first.
cleaning duty must have had it, right?
Nope.
So the only one who could get to the incinerator was the person in charge of the trash?
Nope.
And you'd have to get close to the incinerator in order to destroy
That's
the
the
evidence.
one. That's the one we got.
Which means the only possible suspect is whoever had the trash room key.
Okay, so the person who would have had the trash room key was...
You!
Huh? Me? No!
Jesus. There absolutely was a way to use the incinerator. I know! The killer was able to turn the incinerator on by using something I found on the ground nearby.
The key to the trash room.
Whoever was on clean...
So the only one, the person in charge...
And you'd have to get
close to the incinerator in order to...
We got
No,
it.
that's wrong.
Let's bust him.
Hold on. I think I know how someone could dispose of the evidence without using the trash room key.
But if you can't get past the gate, you couldn't possibly turn on the incinerator, could you?
You could.
Yes, you could. If you used this.
What is it, some kind of glass ball? It's busted to hell.
Actually, it was supposed to be a crystal ball, but,
But
Yeah.
how would you use it?
The killer had to use the glass ball in a certain way. They throw... Did I... Oh, Christ. Someone call the grammar police, have them come and take my license. I just about said throwed it. Jesus. I bring shame and dishonor on editors everywhere. I'm so sorry. Threw it. Someone threw
I
it.
got it! The killer simply took aim at the incinerator switch and threw the ball through a gap in the gate. All they had to do was hit that switch, and the incinerator would come to life.
Someone threw a gap in the gate?
I'm not. It's true. It's true. I'm a sham. Total
Remember
sham.
what you said before, Hifumi?
Huh? Someone turned the incinerator on? Very strange. I'm quite certain it was off last time I was down here. Perhaps it was the work of a fairy.
No psychic powers
Hifumi
for
had
me.
the key, so the only way the incinerator could have been turned on without his knowledge was because the killer was able to hit the switch without opening the gate. Once they'd gotten the incinerator going, all they had to do was ball up the shirt and toss it in.
Hey, come on! What the hell is this?
All you have to do is look at the scene to know that the killer never actually went inside the trash room. The shards of broken
She's
glass,
very good.
the incinerator left running, the piece of shirt that escaped the fire. If the killer had been on cleaning duty, the evidence would have been taken care of much more thoroughly.
And you know, now that I'm looking at her, I do have another theory about what she is. She might be the ultimate detective.
Wait, no, just hold on.
But the distance from the gate to the incinerator has to be at least 30 feet, right? The pinpoint accuracy you'd need to throw a glass ball that far and hit something that small.
Yeah, you'd have to be a
Could
professional.
someone really do that?
That's right. There's no way. It'd be impossible.
Difficult, absolutely. Impossible? I don't think so. Because the killer is...
I hope not, Charge. I will be so effing mad if she dies. No, if she's gonna die, I don't think it's gonna be until later. The ultimate fanfic creator. Yeah, write a fanfic about how he threw that ball, maybe.
I got it! Because the killer is the ultimate baseball star. Isn't that right, Leon?
Yeah, you say that, Shy.
Do you have any idea how stupid you sound right now?
A target 30 feet away would surely be little challenge for the ultimate baseball star.
You can't be serious.
True, Charge. That's true.
I'm not the killer! These goddamn shipper brains have got it all wrong, I'm telling you!
But that would also make her the most dangerous one to kill. Because she would be ready.
You still won't admit it? Okay then. Makoto, go ahead and review the incident one more time to make his crime perfectly clear. And with that, we can end this.
Listen to me! What the hell do you mean, end this?
Say what you want, Leon. But all the questions have been answered. And the truth has been revealed.
You gotta feel bad for him, though. It's not really his fault. He literally got fucking called to meet her. She tried to murder him, he defended himself, and now he has to die for it. That fucking sucks.
Now here's what happened.
The closing argument is about to begin. Yes, tell me everything. Every case has one last element to bring the class trial to an end. Closing argument. Okay. In this phase, you'll give a complete summary of the case. You'll have to reproduce the flow of events for the case in the form of a comic book. However, you'll notice that in the comic, there are a number of pieces missing. It's up to you to complete the comic using the provided truth panels. If you take aim at a missing section and press the A button, holy cow, you'll get a hint that might lead to a breakthrough. I don't need any hints. What do you think I am, a filthy casual? Well then, good luck and have fun. Okay, thank you. Climax inference. Wait. I'm sorry, I wasn't really paying attention when they explained what we're supposed to do. Okay, so here she is. He's coming in. He closed the door. He reached for something. It began when the killer entered. Yeah, so it would be here. What is that? Oh, that's the incinerator, so it'd be this one. Oh, there's more! Oh, I see. There's more. Maybe? Oh god, okay. Oh wait, it's out of order. It's out of order. It's like a No, okay, so it's not this one. It's this one. This is the beginning. It starts there. And then it goes over here. She's hiding here. She attacks him. Lunges at him. This is where she missed. Not yet. Now he picks that up. down on her? I guess? Cracks her in the arm. This is where she... No. I'm missing something. There. Yeah. Yeah, I remember manga now. I figured it out. She drops the knife. She runs into the bathroom. Probably pretty upset about the arm. This is when... Where was that supposed to be, though? Did I miss one? Maybe there's an extra. They forced the bathroom door open. Yeah, okay. So this is a red herring. Then they get in with her knife. They take the door apart. They stab her. Thank you. Thank you. Time will tell. She draws. But protects. Act 3. Act 3. They're gonna pick this up and start cleaning carpet. They get here. They throw this. Wait, what? Did I miss some? I think I'm missing something. Object the killer threw to activate the... Oh, yeah, they activated the incinerator first. Then they threw the balled up shirt. He threw the balled up shirt. He threw that. And then over here... He has no idea that burned out.
Here's exactly what happened.
We got it.
I think I'd better take one more look back at the case from the beginning. Last night, the killer went to the room Sayaka was in. In other words, my room. From what we can tell, Sayaka invited that person there intending to kill them.
Rude.
She attacked them with the knife she'd taken from the kitchen earlier. But then something happened that she wasn't prepared for.
She missed?
They grabbed the fake sword I put in my room and fought back. During the struggle, a strike from the sword broke Sayaka's right wrist.
So here's what I wonder. Was it just self-defense, or did he suddenly think, hey, I could totally frame this on someone else? He wouldn't have known it was Makoto's room, though. No, I didn't lay out my reasoning right. Oh. What was this one? The killer countered. Oh, this must be the sword. There.
Here's exactly what happened.
Yeah, they came at her with the sword, and then she ran to the bathroom.
During the struggle, a strike from the sword broke Sayaka's right wrist.
Yeah,
and that's when she lost her grip on the kitchen knife.
On the one hand, he was in a pretty shitty position. But I guess he could have just left.
Finding herself cornered, Sayaka panicked and ran into the bathroom. The killer went after her, but couldn't get the bathroom door open. What they didn't know was that my bathroom door got stuck easily, and there was a trick to opening it.
Hello there! How's it going, literal spam?
Sayaka knew about that because I told her, but of course the killer had no way of knowing.
Yeah, and that's where he went from victim to not such a victim. He took the opportunity, which would get everyone else killed. Yeah. Yeah, he crossed the line, I think. Right here.
So instead, the killer forced the door open, took the kitchen knife,
where Leon took the L. Wait, what?
and stabbed Sayaka. But with what strength she had remaining, Sayaka left a dying message. To keep the killer from noticing, she wrote it on the wall behind her. And with that, all her strength was gone. With Sayaka dead, the killer quickly began
really is a
destroying
tragedy.
the evidence.
Right, pretty much. That's what it seems like.
First, they took off their shirt, which was covered in their victim's blood. Then they took the lint roller in my room and cleaned up the entire area. They wanted to make sure they got rid of any trace they'd ever been there.
Tisk. I mean,
afterwards,
I get it.
The killer headed to the
do,
trash
but-
room to destroy their bloody shirt.
Honestly, at the end of the day, the important thing to remember in all of this, even as we catch these people who committed murder, the important thing to remember is every one of these kids is a victim. The only true villain is Monokuma.
They tried to burn the shirt using the incinerator there. But the trash room was blocked off by an especially sturdy gate,
THH.
preventing access to the incinerator.
What? What's that?
So they came up with a plan to use Hero's crystal ball,
Thank you for the follow,
which he
little
left in the
spam.
laundry room.
Welcome to the kitchen. Funny that it said
The
hello there
killer
right back
managed
at
to
you.
throw the ball through the gap in the gate and
Oh,
hit the
right,
incinerator
trigger
switch.
Yeah, I got it.
For any normal person, that'd be an impossible
Listen,
throw.
I'm very
But the
derpy.
killer had the
I'm
confidence
so
to
derpy.
take a shot.
Hello there.
And that's because the killer
Hey, thank you for the
was
follow,
the
Mike.
ultimate baseball
Welcome
star.
to the kitchen yourself. How you guys
The
doing
crystal
today?
ball, thrown with absolute precision, hit the switch on the incinerator, which then quickly roared to life.
I wonder when he did this. It would have had to be during the night for no one to hear it, but then again, he'd have had to leave it running all night. Yeah. Monokuma is the real villain here.
Having destroyed the
All
final
these
piece
kids
of
are
evidence, they left
For
the
sure.
area with, I imagine, a sigh of relief. But there was one thing they missed.
The sleeve. Honestly,
Part of the
though,
shirt they'd thrown into the fire burnt away and fell out of the incinerator.
I feel like that was the most minor of clues. We were pretty much onto him without the
The
sleeve.
killer didn't notice this, and so left behind a piece of indisputable evidence.
Sort of. Oh, jeez.
Isn't that right, Leon?
I'm sorry you killed her. And I'm sorry
It would appear
Monokuma
that
put us in
Hero
this
simply
position.
forgot his crystal ball in the laundry room. You went there to try and wash the blood out of your shirt, and that's where you saw it, right?
He was, but he wasn't a bad guy.
Seeing the ball, you thought of a way to take care of everything.
So, Leon, do you object to anything that's been said?
Do I object? Hell yes, I object! Of course I do! I object! I object! I object!
Kyoko's definitely no idiot. Why do I hate Leon so much? I don't hate Leon.
I mean, all of this is just a bunch of
Ultimate
stupid
waifu
theories. You need evidence. Where's the evidence?
Bedtime chai, have a good night. Thank you for being here.
Without evidence, it's all bullshit. It's bullshit, and I refuse to acknowledge it.
Well then, I guess this is as good a time as any to present the evidence that proves you did it. Makoto, I believe you're in possession of that
What?
evidence?
What? What evidence? Yeah. Oh, I get it. It's minigame time. Okay. What the shit? Sometimes during a class trial, your opponent simply won't want to hear what you have to say. Like, how about, doesn't matter what you want, you did this thing. When this happens, you will engage them in a head-to-head battle. We like to refer to this as the bullet time battle, aka the BTB BTW. I see what they did there. Boss battle, yeah, okay. During the BTB, you want to destroy your opponent's statements in time with the rhythm? I'm sorry, what? Match your button presses with each tempo marker as they move across the screen and reach the center? I'm sorry, what? Press the A button to lock on to an opponent's statement. Destroy the statement you've locked onto with the Y button as the tempo marker reaches the center. Use this to deal damage to your opponent. If you can't pull it off, you'll be the one in pain. Do this consecutively and you'll start a combo. Keep this going and you'll initiate a tempo up? The fuck? On the flip side, if you keep missing, you'll get into a tempo down situation. When the tempo changes, so does the timing for hitting each button. So watch out for that. Deal enough damage to your opponent and their weak spot statement will appear. At that point, you can press the Y button to shoot it down with the truth bullet like any other statement. Oh, okay, just like that. Okay. What the fuck? I got this. Mari, that's a lot of confidence that I do not feel like I have earned. Refute their statement fast enough and you'll come out victorious. But just like before, if your influence reaches 0 or you run out of time, you fail. Good luck and have fun. Okay. Hopefully
when
it's not as
the killer
complicated
removed the
as it
screws from the
sounds.
doorknob, they didn't use anything from your room to do it. Instead, they must have used something that belonged to them.
They used something of their own to remove the screws.
I refuse to acknowledge you. You're stupid. Stupid, stupid, stupid.
You're
stupid, 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 stupid,
You're
stupid, stupid, stupid.
stupid. Got him. I have to show indisputable evidence that Leon is the killer. I need to figure it out. Okay.
Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. It wasn't me.
Wait, what?
Stupid. You lied. Stop talking. Shut up. Where's your proof?
I got it.
You kidding me? Not a chance. You lied. Shut up.
I get it.
Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. It wasn't me. Stupid. You lie. Stop talking. Shut up. Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance.
That was
Where's
very...
your proof?
This should prove it.
That was very strange.
The screws on the bathroom doorknob were removed.
Oh, yeah, don't, that's kind of against my stream values, so definitely don't be saying stuff like that, if you please. How to... Hang on. Sorry. Okay.
I wonder what kind of tool the killer used to remove them.
Well, it'd be the toolkit.
It had to be a
Honestly,
screwdriver,
why didn't
right?
we... This should have been the first thing we looked for. We should have gone room to room and found who had opened up their toolkit.
Oh, yeah.
I guess we ran out of time,
I'm pretty
though.
sure the toolkits we got each had one inside.
And that must be what he used. There aren't any other tools anywhere.
But the toolkit in my room had clearly never been used.
That's because the culprit didn't know it was your room. They thought they were in
thought it was a
Sayaka's room.
sewing kit. If they had known it was my room, they could have irrefutably... they could have irrefutably framed me. I would say, Captain, instead of looking for what's the most, what can you most get away with, let's just look for how can I better fit in with the culture and group around me, you know?
Only the boys got toolkits, so the killer naturally assumed there wouldn't be one in there.
Okay, then whose toolkit did the killer use?
Stupid, stupid, stupid!
Jesus!
It had to be their very own toolkit.
Stupid, 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 stupid!
Leon.
Leon,
please.
Would you mind showing us your toolkit? If I'm right about this, then the screwdriver will show some evidence of being used.
Stupid, stupid, stupid!
Huh?
Huh?
And if you say you used it for something else, you'll have to explain exactly when, where,
all
and
the
why.
Stupids, literally all of them. I just got smarter because he took all of the stupid right out of me so he could say it.
And let me say this right now.
Jesus, Leon.
I lost it isn't an excuse at this point.
Stupid.
I mean, I'm sympathetic. Thanks, I hate it.
So, you have no rebuttal?
Then it would seem we are finished here.
We appear to be. Jesus! Thanks, I hate it. Hey, Sonic the Hedgehog, how's it going? Aw, yeah. You'll love to see it. You'll love to see it. Nice! Does anyone know if it goes higher than A? Like, can you get an S rank, or is that the top? It's more his behavior. Well, yeah. Well, the problem, again, it's not with the criticism, it's with the language that we use, you know. What's this game? This is, Charge is going to say something if I mispronounce it, Danganronpa. But they say it Danganronpa, so I'm just going to go with what they say, because clearly they make it okay. It is an anime visual novel murder mystery. It's like Phoenix Wright meets a rhythm game meets something. I don't know. It's very strange, but very satisfying. We have just solved our very first mystery. So the basic idea is that there's these kids in this high school. Each of them is an ultimate something, like the ultimate baseball star, the ultimate singer, the ultimate swimmer. And they're forced to stay here forever unless anyone who commits a murder of one of the other students and then it is able to get away with it is allowed to graduate and go free while everyone else is executed. On the other hand, if they are caught, only they are executed and everyone else gets to continue living. It's pretty fucked up. Hopefully we're going to have an opportunity hopefully we're gonna have an opportunity to save everyone and stop Monokuma, the mastermind behind all of this. But for now, we're forced to play this game, and I have a feeling something unpleasant is about to happen to our first murderer.
Looks like you've reached your verdict. Then are we ready to cast our votes? You all have a lever in front of you. Use it to make your selection. Oh, just to remind you all.
Yes.
Make triple sure you vote for someone.
Damn you, Celeste!
You wouldn't want to be punished for something so minor, right?
Why did it focus on her?
Okay, then let's get excited! Who will be chosen as the Blackened?
That was interesting.
Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
No, I don't think Celeste is stupid either. I think Celeste is reckless. Because she's such a troublemaker. What? Oh, they don't even give us a choice. We just have to vote. Yeah. Uh-oh. Looks like you got it right on the money. The Blackened in this case, the one that killed Sayaka, was none other than Leon Kuwata.
Huh?
This is gonna be unfortunate.
Hey, hold on.
You were playing V3 and they gave you a choice to vote and you were so tempted to pick someone else. Oh, do they? So I actually own all 3 of these and I'm planning on playing all 3 of them. I'm also planning on playing all 3 Phoenix Wright games, by the way, if people are into that. So I am looking forward to it. Leon, did you really kill Sayaka?
But...
I don't believe it.
You son of a bitch!
What the hell is wrong with you?
I didn't have a choice.
It was kill or be killed.
So that's why...
I killed her first.
None of you are any different!
One wrong step and you'd be the one standing here. It was complete chance that I wound up like this.
I was just... unlucky. That's all.
I hate that they're voice acting part of it, but not all of it. Like, really? They couldn't voice act just those... the extra handful of words? Oh, is it? I actually saw a little bit of V3. I was watching a friend of mine, Init, who sometimes rocks this chat, play that one. It looked really good. I had to stop watching, though, so I didn't get it spoiled.
Hey, come on!
You expect me to just accept my death? Everything's become clear. The decision we made was right after all. But when I think about that, honestly, I'd be better off if we'd been wrong. Because if what we came up with really is the truth, then that truth is that Sayaka was trying to frame me. But even if that's true, I can't say she was wrong. After all, the mastermind. It's all because of that video. Even I couldn't handle what I saw in there. If I was her, and the video actually had something to do with me, I can't even imagine. Now we're trapped here with no way out. They're probably waiting for me.
Why? Why?
I can't afford to be stuck in here. Hey, Zay, how's it going? We just solved our first murder. The one thing that was more important to her than anything else, her dreams, her friends, to have to see something like that happen to them. And Sayaka. I did whatever it took to reach that dream. A survival version? What does that entail? I mean it. Even some things that weren't so pleasant. Oh, did I just skip something? Shit! Sorry. And that's why Sayaka, for the friends that meant so much to her, that's why she betrayed me. So, when she said...
No matter what happens, please always be there for me. I need you on my side.
Oh, I see. That makes sense. It's a spin-off. Interesting. She was lying to me from the very beginning. She was using me. Is that why she talked to me in the first place? I guess I'll never know. Because there's nothing I can do to ask her what she was thinking. Once you're dead, that's that. I would say it's complicated. It's very complicated.
Boy howdy, the entertainment industry must sure be terrifying, huh? I mean, to try and kill someone just because of those relationships.
Ba-bum, ba-bum.
She seemed so nice and lovely on the outside, but inside, she'd descended into pure madness.
What did you say?
Phew!
Pepto-Bismol blood. That's a way of putting it.
I understand. Really, I do. Yup. You're in utter despair thanks to Sayaka's betrayal, right? Compassion, intimacy, love. The stronger those feelings, the stronger the despair when they collapse.
Stop screwing with us. This is all your fault. Sayaka being forced to do something like that. All of it. Everything. It's all your fault! Suddenly in a frenzy, I lunged at Monokuma, but...
That's enough.
As angry as I was, Kyoko latched onto my arm without hesitation. Her grip was like iron, strong enough I was sure it would leave a bruise.
Calm down.
If you really want to make her enemies pay for what they've done, you need to let it go for now. Damn it!
Ba-bum, ba-bum.
Ah, that was a close one. I thought for sure you were gonna give me a good walloping. Just barely avoided punishment, you did.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Junko's body is still upstairs from the last punishment.
Yes, indeed.
Now then, thank you so magnificent. Since you so magnificently revealed the identity of the killer during the class trial, the blackened Leon Kuwata will receive his punishment.
Punishment? You mean execution? Wait a second!
I didn't have a choice! I had to kill her!
Yeah, that's it.
I was just protecting myself in the heat of the moment. It was self-defense.
Is that okay?
How exactly was it self-defense?
When
you forced your way into the bathroom, did you or did you not use your very own toolkit? After she'd shut herself in the bathroom, you went out of your way to head back to your own room. Oh man, I hope we get to sock it to Monokuma by the end of this. I really do. Then you came all the way back, broke into the bathroom, and killed her. Am I wrong?
Do you understand?
You had any number of chances to stop what you were doing, but you chose not to. Is it not because you had an unclouded intent to commit murder?
So, that's why...
No, that's not... Stop it. I've had enough of this.
Oh.
Oh, are you sure? You were closer to her than anyone, were you not? He killed your precious Sayaka, do you understand? I can't say Leon is solely to blame. Of course, I don't plan on blaming Sayaka either, because the one to blame is him. Damn straight. Swear! If it weren't for you, this would never have happened to Sayaka or Leon. We shouldn't be fighting each other. We should be fighting against the one who put us in this situation, the mastermind.
Unbelievable.
Did you awaken to your sense of justice?
Hey,
Well, it just so happens that there's nothing more unethical than an unwavering sense of justice. After all, it's people with that sort of mentality that perpetuate war all over the world. Is that the kind of justice that's awakened within you?
Okay, he has half the point. I mean, he's not entirely right, but he's not entirely wrong. Just shut up! If no one kills anyone, then we live the rest of our lives trapped in this place. But, to make sure we do, each of us was given a DVD that was meant to motivate us to kill. In her case, she saw her beloved band that meant everything in the world to her falling apart. Makoto saw his family kidnapped, his house in ruins. We don't know what the others saw.
Okay, well anyway, more importantly,
Kills!
let's hurry up and get to what everyone's been waiting for, the punishment!
I'm begging you, please, don't do this!
Hey, come on now.
No more begging, no more excuses. You must pay the penalty for breaking the rules. Society demands it.
Stop, please!
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment.
For Leon Kuwata, the ultimate baseball star.
No, 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 no!
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
This isn't right. This really isn't right. This is fucked up. What? This is fucked up, man. I think he's animatronic, Captain. Oh, Jesus. Oh, no. Jesus Christ. F in chat for Leon. What we saw. Yeah, good morning, Ash. That was the true face of despair. All right, heading out, Mr. Rat. Thanks for being here. Have a good evening, or have a good time zone. Have a good time zone. I mean, if we can't call it that, what else could we call it?
Extreme!
No.
Man, my adrenaline is pumping right out of control! What's going on?
I can't take it.
Do we really have to keep doing this? I just can't take it.
Well?
Well, hey, if you don't like it, all you gotta do is swear to cut all ties with the outside world and accept living here forever. But that's only if every single one of you can get on board with that.
I can't do his laugh, and I'm not going to tear my voice apart doing it. Sorry.
Damn you!
Man, fuck you! Why the fuck are you doing all this evil shit to us?
What the heck? Evil? You make it sound like I'm some dark, awful secret society type of guy.
Say what?
Or in this case, a dark, awful secret society type of bear.
Well...
So why are you putting an upstanding young citizen like me through such a grueling ordeal?
Hey,
It seems like you're trying to use common sense to make sense of something that doesn't make sense. That's like trying to put a mile on a scale. I just don't think it's possible. Hey, I don't think what you're saying and what I'm saying quite fit together.
Shit.
Piece of shit. I don't know who you are, but I'm gonna pound your ass into the ground.
You must really hate me to get so angry, huh?
Headed out, literal spam? Alright, thank you for being here as well. Have a great time zone.
But if you do that, you're barking way up the wrong tree. What happened because more than one of you decided you wanted to get out, right? No matter how much time passes, you can't cut free of your regrets from the outside world. You're to blame. Of course we can't cut free of the outside world. Being trapped in this insane place.
Thank you for the lurk, literal. Do you prefer literal or spam? Let's go with spam. Thank you for the lurk, spam.
You're trapped, are you?
Well, we'll find out, Captain. No idea. Hopefully there's gonna be more, because hopefully we're gonna beat the shit out of this bear.
Well, I'm sure once you learn all the mysteries of this school, your thinking will change for sure. You'll think, boy, isn't it so wonderful how we all get to live here forever?
What does this mean?
What are you trying to say?
Hey,
I feel like there's some deeper meaning hidden in that. Just like before.
Thrills! Chills!
Anyways,
kills!
let's get to the Blacken's punishment. That's what everyone is waiting for, after all.
Oh?
Hey.
When you say everyone, who exactly are you referring to? The who? Oh, the morals guy? We don't know anyone else's motivations. We only know Sayaka's and our own.
Sorry, I said everything I've got to say. I need to save some of the fun for later.
This fucking bear. And just like that, he was gone. He left us there, overwhelmed by a nightmare turned reality. Yikes. Even after he was gone, we stood there forever, unable to move. Actually, no. It wasn't that long, I think. Everyone just lost their sense of time. We were all too scared. Scared of being alone. No one even tried to speak. Their faces were stone, their voices dead. But it was in that moment...
Just a second.
Makoto, can I talk to you for a second? She moved in close and whispered into my ear. Oh, really? What? Do you have an example charge?
Makoto.
Before we head back, there's something I want to talk to you about. It's about Sayaka, isn't it? I'm surprised you figured it out.
Listen.
I told you before the class trial started. Yeah, I noticed that too. You had to figure out the mystery of this case yourself. You wanted me to realize how Sayaka betrayed me by myself, didn't you? The thought never even crossed my mind. I feel like such a fool becoming such an easy target like that.
It's true.
Sayaka meant to double-cross you. That's a fact that you can never change. But even till the very end, she wasn't sure of her decision. That's why, as she lay dying, she was thinking of you. She was thinking of me? I get it. That's why she wrote his name in blood. So that we would find out, so that we could live. Gonna go to sleep, Mari? Alright, thank you so much for being here. Damn you is... okay. Which just means beast, or you could say Kisama. I can say that one, which as near as you can tell is just you with an improperly used honorific. Interesting. You can't just say something like that. I mean, there's no way you can know that. Only Sayaka would know for sure, and we can't ask her now.
However...
Even if you can't ask her, you can infer it, don't you think? Her final thought was how she could protect you. My heart... What?
So...
The fact that she used her last ounce of energy to leave her dying message proves it. If she didn't care what happened to you, she never would have left that message. Well, maybe she just wanted to get back at the person who had killed her.
Certainly.
That's certainly one possibility, but I don't think that's what it was.
Anyway...
She was uncertain. She wasn't sure she could kill someone or deceive you, which is why her plan failed. Her hesitation attracted failure.
Right.
It's almost ironic when you think about it. Why are you telling me all of this? Because you're the kind of person who can overcome this. Because you can move past the deaths of your friends, Sayaka and Leon, and keep moving forward.
Correct.
Without someone like that, the others would never be able to break free of such a desperate situation. Move past their deaths? I could never do that. No. I'm going to carry them with me the rest of my life. How could I possibly move past something like that? Leon, Sayaka, I'll carry them with me forever. I'll carry their memories with me wherever I go. So instead of forgetting them, you're choosing the hard road. Well, I have high expectations for you. As she said that, she revealed the smallest smile.
Hey.
By the way, I have to admit, I'm curious. How did you know I wanted to talk to you about Sayaka? Oh, well, I'm psychic. Oh, my heart!
What?
Huh? Kidding. I just have pretty good intuition. Oh, you can't do that! No! Oh no, that was so meaningful! Oh my gosh! You can't do that! That's so nice! So for those of you not in on the loop, that's what Sayaka used to say. She would complete my thought, and then she'd be like, I'm psychic, tee-hee, or am I? Just kidding. And then she said it like 5 different times, and then later she finally was like, no, I really am not psychic. It's just my intuition. That's nice. No, Kyoko is absolutely my favorite, though. I mean, she's cold, yeah. She's calculating. She's, not entirely trustworthy. But I guess I respect intelligence, you know? I respect that kind of thinking. That psychoanalytical nature that she has, you know? And I hope she gets to make it. I hope a lot of us get to survive, but I have a feeling there's gonna be a lot. Well, let's see. Assuming this was chapter 1, assuming 5 chapters, there were 15 students. That's 10 deaths plus another plus another death for Junko. That only leaves a maximum of 4 students who could escape if there's 5 chapters. I received the despair bat. Uh-huh. 1 is the loneliest number. Wow. So, those of you who've played this before, how long is it leading up to the next murder? Do you know? Like, if I get to the next murder, is that something I could reasonably do in an hour? I've got about an hour of stream left, and I'm debating if I want to end early, if I want to switch to maybe we could do a community game for a while, or I can keep going and try to get to the next murder. But I'm not really sure. Where are we at? I just started chapter 2, Nit. I just finished. Okay, so we could reasonably get to the next murder. Okay. Well, let's get to the next murder and then see what time it is. Does that sound right to you, Nit? Does that seem like something I could do in an hour? I know you've played through this before. And I also know you have good perception of time, so I trust your time sense and judgment. 1 to 2 hours until the murder? Oh, shit. Okay, then. I'm gonna end the game here, and we're gonna switch. We're gonna switch to a community game for a little while. Oh yeah, well the trials I know are really super long. I just wanted to. Okay, you gonna bounce, Mike? All right, that sounds good. Thank you so much for being here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, just from what I saw, I remember that. And there was so much dialogue in chapter 1. Okay. So, let me end that.